Hello. How is everyone? Sorry it took a little longer to start today. Everything decided it needed to update, and then my cat needed food. It has been kinda a crappy week. But hopefully we will have a surprise for this week if it works out right. If not, then I guess it doesn't matter. Has it been cold where you guys are? It's been in the negatives the last week. Today's the warmest day it's been. And even today it's only in below, I think the high is 30. So still pretty cold here. Can't wait for winter to be over. Well, I don't think I have anything else, so we'll just move on to the game. Continue. Hopefully Shin gets better, because design-wise he's a cool character, but personality-wise he bothers me to no end. So hopefully he actually gets better and we like him, but there was a reason we didn't do him first. Okay. Today is your first day of work. I know Shin and Toma told you about it yesterday, but it was different actually doing it. Toma said he would help you out if you're not sure of anything in particular, but still do your best, Rose. You still got bandages all over the place, even on your neck. I wonder if that's okay in this kind of job. Well, whatever, just blind them with a smile. Good morning. Oh, hello, Rose. Good morning. It's nice to see you. Are you feeling okay? That accident really was unfortunate, but those bandages are actually pretty cute. That is not something you say. Your official first day back won't be until next week, but working half days today and the day after tomorrow would be good rehab. This cat. Whatever. Don't push yourself too hard. Just think of this as training to get your body used to working again little by little. Seeing a maid in bandages is quite attractive in its own way. I almost want you to keep wearing them just because. Good morning. Oh, sorry. I said I'd help you out today, but you ended up getting here first. Did the manager say anything unusual to you? Don't worry about it too much. He doesn't bite or anything. What's that, Toma? You sounded a little rude. Not at all. I just hadn't seen you put on that kind of pressure in a while, so I figured she might be taken aback a bit. Of course not. I was only encouraging her. Seems like this person is the manager. He seems pretty intense. Good morning. Why, mine. You're looking as cute as always. Oh, stop that. You too, manager. Oh, hi. That's right. Today's your first day back. I'm glad to see you're feeling better. I was really shocked when the accident happened. I even thought you were dead when I saw you. It seems this girl is your junior. Huh? Wait a sec, she thought you were dead? Hold on, does that mean this girl was at the scene of the accident? Okay, that's enough. You can all chat after work. Everyone get dressed. Oh, that's right. Oh, alright, okay. I read that wrong a second time. Oh well. It's already time. I guess it can't be helped. You'll need to wait until after work to ask her. You still haven't been able to gather more details from Shin about the accident. This might trigger an important memory. I can't wait for work to be over. Welcome back, Master. May I take your order? Have a good day, madam. We'll be waiting for your return. Just you know, it's not like I'm enjoying this or something. Easy peasy. Compared to the way Shin treated us, real customers are a lot nicer. If you run into trouble, I'm sure the others will help you out, so this shouldn't be a problem at all. Alright, just keep it up, Rose. Your body... Your body's starting to hurt a little. Are you okay? You need some rest? Good work, Rose. You can take a break now. It's already lunchtime. You seem to be very focused in your work. You should go home for today and try to get some rest until the day after tomorrow. You worked very hard through your injuries. Thank you so much. I see. So you're done now. The moment he said you were done, all the tiredness came crashing over us. I was hoping we could ask about the accident. But I don't think we can just wait here until mine and Toma get off work. You'll be back here the day after tomorrow, so you can just ask then. Let's go home for now. Oops. There you go. You can have music. Hey. Wait, Shin? Did you skip again? Dude needs to go to school. Why is he here? Didn't he have class today? Yeah, but go to school, dude. I'm just on lunch. I'll head back after saying hi to Waka. Wait, who was Waka again? Since he's looking for him here, maybe he's referring to the manager. So, how was work? Did you do okay? Everyone help me out. Well, it's good you're aware of that. I'll go say hi, so just wait here. Huh? Rose, wouldn't it be better if you went with him? Wouldn't that be weird to go back into the store with him? Just to have him say hi and then come back out? Why are you coming along? Well, whatever. Why, if it isn't Shin, it's been a while. How have you been? Hello, Waka. I've been fine. Also, I'm sorry for any trouble she's caused you today. I'm sure she's probably been a lot less present than usual due to her injuries, but I'll help her to recover as quickly as possible. Wow, I didn't expect that from Shin at all. I know he was pretty serious when he apologized to your dad, but this really makes him seem like he isn't younger than you. Don't worry, Shin. I fully understand that her injuries haven't healed yet. Since she actually was quite lovely in those bandages with her uniform on. I wish you could have seen her. I'm good. Anyway, you should let her have some rest. I'm sure you have your own studies to get to, don't you? Yes, I'll see you again sometime. I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, I'm going to head back now. Go straight home, alright? You know, Shin is actually pretty reliable. He's done a lot for you up until now. And the people at work are a little weird too, but they don't seem to be bad people at all. In fact, it's almost scary that I can't find any reason to be worried. I just hope tomorrow goes as well as today did. What should we do today? Shin said he had prep school and you have the day off tomorrow. Wanna go for a walk? That was the doorbell. Maybe you have a guest? Oh, it's Toma, and there's a girl with him. I wonder who she is. Hey, it's been a while. Mind if we come in? Sawa was saying she wanted to see you, so I brought her along. Oh, so this girl's Sawa. Rose, do you recognize her? Anyway, you should let them in. What a crazy ordeal this has been. I'm glad you're doing well. The hospital you were in was really far, so I'm sorry I couldn't go and see you. Really far away? I thought you were pretty close. Oh, sorry, Sawa. I guess you didn't know. The past 2 days, she's been in a hospital pretty close to here. She stayed in Shinano for about a week and then was transferred to a local branch. Wait, really? I could have gone to see her. What's Shinano? Shinano, I've heard about, is a sightseeing area, so you were in a hospital there? The last time I saw you, you were covered in blood. I was so relieved that when Toma told me that you were okay. He told me at the time that I was probably still in shock and that we should just leave things to Shin. But it was so hard to just wait for any news. Wait, so what does this mean? No, not just mine, but Sawa was also at the scene, and the accident happened in Shinano? I wonder what you could ask them without drawing suspicion. What do you think, Rose? It wouldn't be odd to be like, what happened? Like, you could totally just blank on the whole accident, but remember everything else. Oh, you don't remember? Well, I guess you were pretty out of it at the time. Hey, Sawa, I don't think she had any clear memories of the day of the accident. Wait, seriously? Seriously, it seems like she doesn't know how she was injured or how the accident happened. Should you really just let them know that? Oh, right, I guess it's pretty common in car accidents and stuff to forget about what happened. Yeah, exactly. I think it would be best if we assume she doesn't remember anything about what happened that day. I see, if you put it that way, it doesn't seem like such a big deal that you need to go back to the hospital for this. Shin and Toma have been coming up with some very convincing explanations. Has Shin told you anything about what happened? Well, she's only recently started forgetting her memories. She remembered it all before. And I'm pretty sure Shin doesn't want to talk about the accident. It's a pretty rough memory for him too. I see. Then you must be super curious about what happened to you. Alright, in that case, I'll tell you about that day. Well, as much as I know anyway. Let's see. So the three of us, Shin and mine, all went to Shinano for a little vacation. Do you remember that? Not at all. But we do now, thanks to you. Keep talking. On the second night, you and Shin went off somewhere, but later he came back alone looking all pale. He said you two were goofing around and didn't realize you were right by the edge of a cliff, then you fell. It was dark and he couldn't see too far down, so he asked us to help search for you. Wait, you fell off a cliff? Or he pushed us? I heard it was an accident, but I assumed it was a car accident. This is unbelievable. After that, all the guests at the mountain lodge started searching, even people who had nothing to do with us. You were found collapsed at the bottom of the cliff a ways away. All of it happened in the span of about an hour. You were covered in injuries and totally unconscious. Well, considering I fell off a cliff, I would assume I'd be covered in injuries and unconscious. Rose, there you are. Are you okay? Can you stand up? Shin, you came for me. Rose, what's wrong? Whoa, getting dizzy again. Are you okay? Are you dizzy? What was that just now? That was a memory of being found. It must have been brought on by their story. What's wrong? Did you remember something bad? Is it about the accident? I remember being found. Wait, you remember? But I heard from Iki that you were unconscious when they found you. What could that mean? And who's that? Rose, do you recognize that name? You must really be confused. You remember Iki and Kent? The guests were there at the lodge too. Even though they were just strangers, they ran off into the forest to look for you. Isn't that so cool? Is that a common thing? You just remember random strangers' names that helped you out? Wait a minute, then what was that memory just now? Shin was calling to you when you were collapsed, right? Was that a different time? What's wrong? Was that too much information at once? Are you feeling confused? Hey, are you okay? Sorry, did I say too much at once? I don't really know what to say to someone with missing memories. You're remembering things, but it seems like the memories themselves are still unstable. I guess it really is possible to lose your memories well after an event happens. Right after the accident, I heard that you were desperate to let everyone know that it wasn't Shin's fault. The police were suspicious that Shin planned your fall, but you were defending him. What? He intentionally made you fall? I wouldn't really say he was their number one suspect, though. It was more like they were questioning him for a while. Shin was saying that it was his fault you fell after all. Oh, he did say that before to you and your dad. But since the victim was insisting it was just an accident, they released him fairly quickly. Well, it wasn't really that quick, right? I mean, he didn't come back for an entire day. Right, that struck me as strange. From what I heard, there was a difference in your testimonies that made them suspicious. But that's pretty common. People get confused immediately following an accident. Honestly, though, you seem more confused now. Yeah, I guess you're right. I definitely don't need to get myself into an accident. I can't even remember what I ate for lunch yesterday. But you remembered random strangers' names. Sawa, that's pretty bad. You better do something to exercise that brain of yours. I guess is Shin okay? He's fine. Well, as long as you don't tell the police something like Shin really did push me off the cliff. So I guess that memory really was from another time. But I see, now that we have the whole story, I can see why Shin feels responsible for your injuries. Although it wasn't his fault, neither of you knew you were on a cliff, I'm sure he's still worried about it. He had to go back to the lodge to get flashlights. Why are we messing around in the mountains without flashlights? That was just asking for one of us to fall off a cliff. I feel so guilty about it, yet there are still people who think these terrible things about him, like it wasn't an accident. It really was an accident, right? You believe that, don't you? Don't worry, Shin might not act it, but he really cares for you. He wouldn't push you off a cliff. And I'm sure that memory you have is even more evidence in favor of believing in Shin, right? Good morning, Rose. Today's another half day for you. It looks like you've gotten a lot better now, but you still should take great care and not overdo it, okay? Yeah, you're in a lot less pain today, and you've gotten the hang of it a bit more from last time. Today should go well. Alright, do your best. Welcome back, Master. May I take your order? Have a good day, Madam. We'll be waiting your return. Alright, perfect. It's going well, Rose. Looks like you've gotten used to it already. Maybe it really does suit you to have Shin boss you around so strictly. No, I'm gonna say we can do without any more of that. Phew, half a day sure flies by when you're working. Good work. At this rate, you should be able to go back to full-time next week. Seriously? When I first heard the news from mine, I was in a complete and total panic. My hands were trembling quite a bit. I ended up dropping plates in front of customers several times. I like how the manager's personality changes between worlds too. But everyone else kinda stays the same. Manager, you were really that worried? If that pretty face of yours had been injured, this cafe would have lost its poster girl. How frightening. Really, everyone was so shaken up at the time. Toma was especially bad. Hey, you don't need to mention that. But it was pretty crazy. You were shouting at Shin, and then you ran off. Sawa was on the verge of tears. That should be expected for Sawa and me. That was really an incredible, worrying moment. And yet Shin was so calm. What? Mine. To be honest, I was kinda scared. His girlfriend fell off a cliff right in front of his eyes, but he was still super calm. He called the police and explained the situation and didn't even make an effort to search for you. There's nothing wrong with what he did. He might have looked calm, but I'm sure he was beyond shock too. And I heard some scary rumors about Shin's dad being a murderer. It wasn't murder, it was involuntary manslaughter. Even if he didn't intend to kill, he still killed someone. Isn't that the truth? I heard he got drunk and got into a fight with some guy. Couldn't that personality have been passed down to Shin? When I think about that, after what happened that day, it makes me really scared of Shin. I'll seriously get mad if you say any more. It's true that Shin's father got into a fight and killed someone. but it has nothing to do with Shin. And it's not like you know the details about the incident, or do you? Mine? Do you really believe rumors over your friends? I'm sorry, that was terrible for me to say. Yeah. I know we were supposed to defend Shin, but like, dude's really building him up to have pushed me off the cliff. So we're just gonna thank Toma. I was just defending Shin. There's no need for you to thank me. Although I understand why you'd be thankful towards someone who defended Shin. Alright, that's enough. Shin might be a lonely kid, but he wouldn't hurt a girl he cherishes so much. There's no reason to doubt him. Anyway, why don't we all have lunch? Even though the manager said that, it sounds like there are a lot of people who suspect Shin. That's probably because his attitude was the type to arouse suspicion among people who don't know him. What do you think? I'm starting to feel anxious. You don't know what happens behind closed doors. He could just be a terrible person, and maybe he really did push us. Got time? Wanna go somewhere? He showed up without calling or texting, and that's the first thing he says when he sees you. We could ask about your injuries or ask how work's going or how you're feeling at least before we go to the park or to the school with Toma. That's about all I can think of. Oh, he wasn't talking about a date. This is to help recover your memories. Hey, in that case, wouldn't it be better to talk about the accident than about elementary school? I think it's bad not to ask Shin anything and only hear negative rumors from other people. You also still need to ask Shin about the memory you have of him finding you that night. What is that in the background? That, triangular thing. Huh. It kind of reminds me of those, Christmas trees that are just made of lights, but it's not even the middle of August. It's just August right now, so it would be kind of hard to have a Christmas tree light thing up. I see. So I found you, huh? I don't know what you remember, but I never found you. Toma and the others were right. The people who found you were these two guys, Iki and Kent, who just happened to be staying at the lodge. I heard Iki is a college student and Kent is a graduate student. That's all I know. So even Shin is saying the others were right. I waited at the lodge for the ambulance and the police to arrive. I knew the police would want to question me anyway. Someone had to stay at the lodge to relay the information to them. It would just make things faster for me to be there since the police would have called for me anyway. I see, so Shin didn't search for you so he could explain things to the police. That actually sounds pretty reasonable. After you were found, the police car and the ambulance arrived and I was taken to the station. Our testimonies were different, so the police decided they were going to keep me in a hold for a day. but the differences in our stories were really minor. In fact, I lied about them. Wait, why would he lie about something like that? Considering he's gaslighted us from the beginning, it's not strange that he's been lying to everyone else too. Now that I think about it, I should have told the truth from the start. I think I was just upset. You said I ran because he was teasing me in your testimony, but I said I jumped out at her from behind in my testimony. In reality, what you said was closer to the truth. From your footsteps, they determined that you ran from something before you fell. There wasn't really much reason for me to lie about it. That's just what I happened to tell them, because you see, at the time I was actually asking if I could go to your room that night. That was hard to explain, so I just ended up making up a stupid lie like that I jumped out at you from behind to scare you. Well, it's true that it would be hard to tell the police. Not only that, but you ended up running when he asked. I actually wasn't kidding at the time, so what you said is technically a lie too. If we're gonna go down that road. Although it's still a lot closer to the truth than what I said, but it wasn't anything that was super serious either. It's just that nobody but us knew what we were talking about before the accident, and that trail of footprints was there. It might be trivial, but I still lied. Of course they would suspect me. The only reason I was released was because you cried and defended me. I'm really thankful. I see, it sounds like you really liked Shin before you lost your memories. I don't know why though. You ended up with fairly minor injuries. I guess the police didn't see the need to press further. Anyway, that's my side of the story. Do you believe me? No, I don't really believe you at all. You didn't used to think so deeply about things like this before. Maybe if you weren't a liar and gaslighted me from the beginning, we wouldn't have this issue now, would we? I get it though. Take your time and decide on your own. Sorry. I probably should have told you about all this sooner. Having you ask others just made things more problematic. When I tried to talk about that night, I remember really awful things, like you scream when you fell and how long I had to wait before the people looking for you came back. And then you were brought back covered in blood, and all that time I was being questioned without knowing how you were. I saw the cuts on your neck when you were brought back. It looked like you were bleeding a lot. It's a miracle you got off so easily. I heard later that if they hadn't found you as soon as they had, you might have died. I was even thinking that it was my fault that you almost died. I was so weak, I couldn't forgive myself. I couldn't do anything. Nothing at all. You were right there in front of my eyes, just a few seconds before you were in my arms, and then... Sorry, I still don't want to talk about it. I don't think he didn't do anything about it. He said he might have died if you were found later. If Shin had run off by himself to look for you, it might have been too late. Shin, your quick decision to ask everyone for help is what saved this girl's life. There's no doubt about it. We should thank him. Yeah, you said that plenty of times. You said the same thing every time I apologize, even without your memories. But If I had been more careful about our surroundings, you never would have fallen in the first place. That fact won't change. This is my fault. Hey, Rose. Shin is really sorry about this, and he doesn't seem like a person who would try to hurt you. Your injuries were just an accident, but then again, what was that mysterious memory? It might be some sort of mistake. Well, it looks like we're doing pretty well for this. I was kind of hoping to get the bad ending. Apparently each world has 3 endings. We're definitely not gonna get them all, but we'll see what we get. Well then, Rose, first I'd like to congratulate you on your recovery. Who's this? And also, I was going to congratulate her first. Don't steal my lines. I was really surprised to hear about the incident the other day, and it seems Shin has been released. To be honest, I was always interested in knowing whether you two were actually dating, but that time was especially... Hey, owner, good morning. I'm surprised to see you here. I wouldn't have thought the owner of the Shinanoji Lodge would come all the way down. Did you come by today to give her some encouragement? Yes, I believe it would be the quickest to ask the person directly concerned after all. Toma, phew, thanks for the who's who. I've been concerned for quite some time, but Waka insisted I wait until her injuries had recovered. Anyway, tell me, just how much water does this theory of a love triangle with you two and Toma hold? What? That's what you wanted to ask? Mr. Owner, it's completely false. But I heard that she had proposed to you in the past, Toma, during our chat over tea. What kind of question does this guy ask over tea? That's when she was in kindergarten. It's a pretty common childhood thing. Toma, when we grow up, we should get married. So that memory was... Wow, you really did propose to Toma back then. I know it's only kindergarten, but do you think you made any promises like that to Shin too? Oh, Mr. Owner, I see you're here. Hello, Waka. Beautiful as always. Oh, stop that. You really are a charmer, and even more so these days. Anyway, would you mind releasing our employees now? It's about time to open the cafe. Oh yes, of course. Go right along, Toma. Rose, does this mean you're supposed to stay behind? Okay, Toma, let's open the cafe. Sorry, Rose, I couldn't do any more for you. Oh no, there they go. Now then, Rose, we should be able to talk in peace about the incident. It looks like you have no choice but to go along with it. But still, it's not like you know much more about the incident than anyone else, right? But this person is the owner of the mountain lodge that everyone was staying at that day. Doesn't that mean he was there when the incident happened? If that's true, then he might know a lot more about this than we do. We should be the ones asking him questions. Who cares about the rumor? Of course I did. I know the area better than most others, so I figured I'd be the first to find you. But the person who found you first, Kent, his actions were most impressive. It seemed like him and Iki were calculating something and then ran off and brought you back immediately. I'm sure they were checking altitude contours on a map, then made calculations based on the point from which you fell. He even checked your height and weight with Shin. What? Really? I guess he knows a lot about maps. If you're interested in the events of that night, why don't you try asking the other guests? I could give you the guest list if you'd like. Wow, that would be really helpful. Since he's offering, you should take it. But this really is quite intriguing. The victim decides to re-investigate the case, a true mystery in the making. I've read many stories like this for fun, but I've never encountered a genuine mystery myself before. Exactly what is the owner expecting out of this? Also, what kind of truth did you witness for yourself? Well, you defended Shin, but I know for certain, but I'd like to know why. Do you have any sort of doubts about this accident? Was this truly an accident with no suspicions whatsoever? I'm glad you seem to be enjoying yourself there. He also seems really fixated on this incident, but it was just an accident no matter which way you look at it, right? Also, you came here to work, but it seems like he won't let you go for a while. I'm pretty tired, are you? Yesterday was your first straight shift, and then that weird guy showed up and started asking a bunch of questions. I'm sure your body is tired, but this isn't good for your mental health either. Try to relax a bit. You have today off, so you should try to get some rest. You've got work again tomorrow. I wonder if Shin will come by today. Well, speak of the devil. Wait, that's not Shin, it's Toma. Hey, you free today? Toma seems like a really kind and easygoing guy, but he actually acts kinda like Shin sometimes. Maybe this is just how childhood friends act around each other. What are you doing here, Toma? Are you guys up to something? Oh, Shin's here too. No real reason. She had a long shift yesterday, so I came to see how she's doing. I'll get going now. I didn't have any plans with her, and you got here first. I'll just leave. Wait, what? Why is he acting like this? Why can't all three of you just hang out together? Yeah, we should all just hang out. We're all right here. Well, then go away. That doesn't interest me. I'm going now. Look after her, alright? Wait, he's really leaving? The three of you could just hang out. Didn't you always do that before? Looks like he doesn't like me anymore. Maybe he's just at that age now. Anyway, mind if I come in? Did you eat lunch yet? I brought something, if you're okay with this kind of food. That's great. It's not too hard to cook now, but it sure is painful to try. I'll make some tea. Have a seat. Or would you prefer coffee? Oh, it's okay if I use the kitchen, right? I'm just going to use the stove. Well, I guess I don't really need to ask. So he's making coffee and he's warming up the food even though he's the guest here. He's acting a lot different than Shin was after you left the hospital. Why are they so different? Wow, you've gotten a nice warm lunch now. Isn't that great, Rose? Why are you so surprised? All I did was warm this up. Shin's pretty strict with you. I'm sure he'd say I'm spoiling you by doing this. But I don't think there's anything wrong with helping out someone who's injured. Maybe that's why things aren't working out. Sorry, I didn't mean that. But I also know that he didn't leave just because he doesn't like me. Wait, really? I wonder what that means. You don't realize it? Shin doesn't like you treating me equal to him. I mean, he's your boyfriend now, after all. You're not just friends, so it wouldn't be right for the three of us to be hanging out together. That's what he wants me to see. That is so stupid. She's such a cute little crybaby. He was such a cute little crybaby before, but now he's totally just a regular guy. And it doesn't matter how much time passes, but I feel like an older brother to the two of you. He was the first to leave this relationship among the three of us, and he took you with him. Even now, I'm still trying to figure out what it was that made him want to leave. Maybe because he's just a crappy dude. Oh, good morning. It looks like you've been able to take off most of your bandages. You still don't look your best, but you seem to be recovering nicely. What a relief. Oh, it's also right for you to keep the bandages on during work. Ever since your return, we've had more customers become regulars. That is creepy. So you're bringing in those kinds of customers. Good morning. Hey, it's Sawa. I heard you both had the same job, but this is the first time we've actually seen her here. Hey, you're looking pretty lively. That's good. Oh, right, manager. I just thought of it, but maybe we could have an employee fireworks show? With just employees? But isn't the big Arakawa fireworks show today? I'm sure people will go to that. Why do the employees need to have one? Because of the show in Arakawa. I don't think Rose can go there now. Do you? I'd feel really bad going there without her. Wait, she's doing this for you? I figured that we could at least have a fun fireworks show for her here, all nice and local. Wow, that's a great idea. Wow, that sounds fun. Isn't that great, Rose? I think going to the big show might be pushing it. We should send Toma and mine a message about this. Oh, maybe we should invite Shin too? Want to give him a call? Absolutely not. But he has prep school today. I think he would get mad if we call him so early in the morning. And she's calling him. He picked up. Here, take the phone. Sawa, why are you calling at a time like this? Well, now that we have him on the phone, I guess let's invite him to fireworks. Rose, is that you? Fireworks. What, with you and Sawa? He seems surprisingly interested. Maybe you should explain? I got it. I'll head over later. I'll give you a call when you get off work, so tell me where and when. I'll see you later. So he'll come? That's great. I knew he'd accept if you asked him. Oh, Shin's coming too? I got an answer from Toma and mine. They'll be there as well. And that's great. This should be fun. Alright, that's enough of that. We'll be opening up shop, so get ready. Since we're going to have fun later, let's work extra hard for the customers now. I'll be right back actually. I need more water. Alright, let's do this one next. This one's amazing. Wait, Sawa, why'd you keep choosing the rocket fireworks? Normal people just light sparklers. But rockets are way more flashy and awesome. Oh, I know. Why, Oh, I know. How about we attach some sparklers to the rockets? That's dangerous. How strange. I could have sworn I was invited to watch fireworks with my coworkers, not asked to babysit kids. I don't mind either way, but just make sure you don't burn down any building. But just make sure you don't burn any buildings down. I thought you weren't here for a minute, but then I saw you in the corner with your sparkler. It seems just like you. It's easier to sit here than it looks. I guess you could just use it as a chair, but make sure not to lean back and fall. Mind if I sit next to you? I'd like a sparkler too. Are you having fun at all? If you're too tired to stand over there with everyone, I could call them over for you. Maybe I came to sit here by myself, so I guess it's fine with you, Shin. Alright. That's enough of the cliche phases. You're not very honest about these kinds of things. It's kind of creepy. I actually like a bit of excitement. Oh, I see. That's unexpected. He doesn't seem that way at all. We talked about it again, right? About my dad? A drunk guy picked a fight with him, and then he punched him. He happened to take a hit in a really bad spot, and the guy died from it. I'm sure you can imagine after that everyone started avoiding me too. It wasn't exactly bullying, they were just afraid, I guess. Back then I wasn't as unfriendly with others as I am now, so it was really hard for me to bear it all. They all looked at me as if I was some sort of demon. I understand now why they treated me like that, and I know what we did to the dead guy and his family was terrible. My dad was drunk too, so he wasn't able to hold back. There's plenty of blame to go around. But back then, I was just a little kid. I couldn't understand why people called my dad a murderer. I couldn't understand why people alienated me like that. But even back then, you and Toma didn't change at all. When people jeered at me, you defended me, and you brought me out to places like this. There were a lot of places I wasn't able to go, so it was kind of annoying. But if you and Toma weren't there, I doubt I would have been able to even be around other people like this. I never told you before your accident happened, but I'm grateful. I'm sorry, I don't remember, I guess. Are you an idiot? That's not something you should apologize for. It's not your fault. And I'm telling you so you can remember again. Don't apologize, just remember. Anyway, how about we call those loud people over here? You just sit tight, I'll be right back. Shin's got a lot of issues too. He has tons of issues. He seems kind of arrogant, but he's had a lot to overcome that's made his attitude like that. And you shared in those memories with him tonight. Let's get all your memories back quickly for Shin's sake too. Sorry, give me a sec. Okay. No work today, no plans either. I've started to expect Shin to show up on days like this. But now that I think about it, he's studying for exams. Is it really okay for him to take days off? We've had this conversation before, Orion. Maybe he's actually going out of his way to make time for you and help you recover your memories. 普段の態度が冷たいからってシンを怖がるのは違うような気がしてきたよね。 From what I've heard yesterday, it sounds like Shin's normal coldness isn't the reason people are scared of him. Oh, someone's coming. Wait, it's Sawa and Tomo. I wonder what's going on. This is really bad. Shin's been arrested again. What? Sawa, calm down. It wasn't an arrest. He went along willingly. It's all the same. He was taken away by the police. They were saying that it was really scary when it happened. She's talking about Shin's parents. They called my parents, but I don't know any of the details. No way. Wouldn't that mean they seriously suspect him? Wouldn't that mean they seriously suspect him in causing your accident? I can't accept that this was just an accident. I thought the whole thing was over. Anyway, I headed over to the police station and tried to dig up whatever information I could about what was going on. Just make sure you keep your heads on and don't do anything rash. Stay with Sawa until I get back. Yeah, I'm here for you. It'll be okay. This isn't really a situation where we can guarantee that. Oh well. Hey, Toma. I'll be going now. It'll be okay. Shin hasn't done anything wrong. The police will see that too. You don't need to worry about anything, alright? I'll go make some tea. Mind if I use the kitchen? Do you have anything sweet in here? Sweets are the best thing to eat when you're feeling down. Ah. Oh boy. Sorry, I broke a cup. I'm so sorry. I'll buy you a new one, okay? Let's go shopping together. Oh, I know. Maybe Shin can come along too. I'm sure he'll be back in no time. You two haven't really done any coupley things like that, have you? Sawa. I'm okay. There's nothing to worry about. My hand just slipped a little. I'm okay. But if there really wasn't anything to worry about, Tomo wouldn't have been in such a rush. This accident happened in Shinano and a long enough time ago that there's really no need for them to come all the way out here. It seems now like their suspicions are pretty serious. To tell you the truth, I wasn't able to figure out much. People can't exactly demand information in the middle of an ongoing investigation. There's no way they disclose that. There's just one thing though. This is just a guess, but I thought of one possible reason. I saw the person who investigated Shin's father talking to the people investigating the Shinano accident. We can assume the information about Shin's father had already reached the Shinano investigators. Wait a sec. Does that mean they're suspecting Shin just because his father murdered someone? It wasn't murder, it was involuntary manslaughter, but regardless, that seems to be the case. That's not right. Shin didn't do anything, of course, and I doubt that's the only reason behind it. There was the conflict in the testimonies that made the police suspicious. They let him off the hook. They let him off for a while because the victim defended him, but they are having some concerns about it now. Either that or they found some new evidence that shows malicious intent. No way, Shin wouldn't do something like that. I believe so too. Anyway, if you're questioned by the police, deny any wrongdoing on Shin's part. He went willingly, so combined with that, they should have the sense to release him somewhat soon. Although they did take away a man who had already been brought in once already, this time it could be longer. No contact from Shin. I guess he hasn't been released yet. I wonder how the investigation is going. Why does it have to turn out like this? Shin isn't the kind of person. I'm finally starting to believe that myself now. Oh, it's time to sleep already. You have work tomorrow. Hey, are you okay? Can you go to work? You broke another one. The manager is glaring at us. Rose, don't feel too down. You can't help it. It's not exactly a great time for you to be working after all. Rose, come with me. Here it comes. I heard about your situation from Toma. It sounds like Shin was arrested. Well, it wasn't exactly an arrest, was it? Although, I guess it's the same thing. But as the cafe manager, I can't overlook your performance anymore. You've broken 7 plates, put in 13 orders incorrectly, and I can't even count how many times you need to ask for an order again. The most surprising thing was when you put those berries in that latte, but luckily the customer was happy about it. I know how you feel, but you should go home for today. Do you understand? I'm very sorry. I'll let you know when he gets back that you were very worried about him. Until then, you should take some time off. Today sure was rough. We caused a lot of problems for everyone. We need to repay them when things settle down. But it's not like you can help being upset right now. You're worried about Shin. Oh, someone's here. Who is this guy? I'm Usabe from the Shinano Police Department. I'd like to ask you a few more questions about your accident. He's a detective. What should we do? What should I do? Is this an interrogation? No, I doubt it. You're the victim after all. He probably just wants information. Hello, is something the matter? Anyway, let's hear him out. I'm glad you seem well. Now then, would you mind answering a few questions? Sure. If you don't mind, let's begin. First, I'd like to ask you again about the circumstances of you falling from the cliff. I ran in the dark and slipped. I see. Shin did say that, right? It seems you were trying to flee from the suspect before falling. Why is that? I got embarrassed. I see. After the time that you collapsed, do you remember anyone approaching you? I don't know. When you regained consciousness, which part of your body felt the most in pain? don't know. You said you were in a relationship with this man. Has he had history of violence or stalking you? I don't think so. You don't seem very sure about your answer. Hey, that's because you're freaking her out. Thank you for your cooperation. Your answers were most helpful. I'll be taking my leave now. That was nerve-wracking. I wonder if Shin's been going through this for 2 whole days. No, I'm sure Shin's been questioned a lot more intensely about this. I wonder if Shin's okay. I'm worried. Are you okay? I'm home now. It seems like they'll let me keep going to school. I'm under observation, and I'm going back to the police station when I have time. So I doubt we can meet up for a while. Toma told me you were really upset. By the way, guess where I saw him? He was sitting right in front of the police station waiting. You guys are both more agitated about it than I am. Just calm down. I'm fine. I'll be fine. The month's almost half over. Yay. Hey, you look a lot better than you did yesterday. Could it be that Shin came back? Whatever the case, you don't seem very happy about what's been going on, it seems. He's been freed at least, but he says he's under surveillance and that the investigation hasn't concluded yet. Apparently, there hadn't been any changes in their suspicion. I see, but I know Shin would never do something like that to Rose. Seriously, but their actions make sense. It would be a huge problem if he did do something. Anyway, let's open up the cafe. Could the both of you get ready? Home sweet home. I'm tired. Looks like you didn't make any major mistakes today, but you seem really down. Tomorrow you have the day off. The prep school should be off too. Shin would normally be able to visit. If Shin were here, you could talk about the past or go visit some more old hangouts like before. But he probably can't come now. Hey, I got an idea. Maybe we can investigate the accident too. I don't know what kind of new evidence the police have picked up, but we know some facts at least. Like when you collapsed, you had the memory of Shin finding you. And when the police came to talk to you, they asked if you remember anyone coming to rescue you. Everyone says that Iki and Kent were the ones who found you, though. They seem to think that you don't remember what happened, but your memories of the time say otherwise. If that memory tied into the day in question, then Shin was there, it's just nobody knows it. It might be possible that the police found some evidence to support the fact that Shin was there. Although, if that's the case, then that means Shin could be hiding something. Shin might be hiding something. That's definitely possible. Yeah, when you think about it, he seems like he would hide things without any bad intention, just out of privacy. It might be worth investigating that too, just to be sure. We asked all your coworkers who were there that day, but there were other guests that helped out in the search as well. Those people might know something that we haven't heard yet, and there's no harm in asking them. You got their contact information from the owner, remember? Tomorrow's a day off. If Shin hasn't contacted you, then we'll just need to work alone.
Shin からの連絡はない。
Looks like no contact from Shin. It seems like it's about time for you to start investigating this yourself. 9 people were staying at the Shinano-oji Mountain Lodge that day. You, Shin, Tomamine, and Sawa were together, and then there were 2 other guys, Iki and Kent. The last two were a guy and a girl. The guy was Yuko, no address. The girl was Rika, a college student. Doesn't matter who you go to first, but maybe you should start with the girls. You could possibly disguise it as girl talk. The only girl left you haven't met yet is Rika. She's a 4th year college student. Looks like there's an address and phone number in the information you got from the owner. You should give her a call and see if you can meet up somewhere. I just hope she's an honest person. An hour later. Alright. You were lucky that you were able to arrange a meeting, but it's not like we know what she looks like even if she showed up. I know she was all, I'm sure you'll remember me when you see me, but I really doubt that. I mean, you got amnesia, that's why that's way different from getting someone you met once. I wonder if you'll be okay. Maybe she's already here and you just don't recognize her. My sincere apologies for the wait, Rose. What's with the super elegant girl? I'm Rika. It's nice to see you again. A memory, so seeing her was enough. Did some of your memories just come back? I am definitely surprised, though she's pretty hard to forget. It appears that your injuries weren't too serious. At the time of the accident, I assumed you were going to die. Don't assume things like that. But then, what was it that you needed? I actually have a meeting to attend, so would you mind making it quick? What kind of meeting could that be? Oh, whatever. Alright, let's keep it brief. I'm worried about the love triangle the owner mentioned, but the most important question is about Shin. If you ask weirdly, she might start to suspect Shin, so maybe you should choose your words wisely. Who searched for me that day? Who? Everyone but Shin. Wouldn't it have been better to ask your friends about something like this? No, we already asked them anyway. I was quite shocked, so I don't remember everything very clearly, but I do know that it was a major ordeal. Also, it had crossed my mind that it might have been a very unique chance to appeal to Mr. Iki. Stop it, you shouldn't say selfish things like that at a time like this. And what's with the adding Mr.? There's no need for honorifics. I did participate in the search for a while, though. If you hadn't been found in time, I would not have been able to sleep well knowing that I didn't even try to help. Yeah, I'm sure you lost sleep over it, but just so you know, normal people would say it was because they were worried about her. Anyway, why'd you ask? The events of the night are already in the past, are they not? It was my impression that the authorities had declared it an accident. Why do you feel the need to bring it up again? Should you mention Shin? It seems there are circumstances. Regardless, I think that huge idiot Kent would know the most about the events from then. Huge idiot. Kent was the one who led the search team that night after all. That man was monopolizing all of Mr. Ikki's time, and he was bossing us around. If you find the need to question him, you can find him in the math lab here on Wednesdays. That's about all I know. Now then, will you excuse me? Sure, that's enough, right? It seems like she doesn't know. Good day. What an intense girl. But she sure did mention Ikki and Kent a lot. It seems like we'll have to go to them for more information. Wednesday is not until the day after tomorrow. You have the day off from work, so we should come back then. I want to do something about your memories, but you're making progress. At the same time, I don't feel like I'm separating from you at all. Maybe there's something really important sealed away, and that's what's binding me to you. Considering most of her memories have been one sentences, I doubt that would help you separate from me. In that case, the only option is to keep learning more little by little until we can solve this. To do that, you're going to need to get closer to the truth. Excuse me. Welcome back, Master. May I take your order? We just can't calm down. We really need to go ask that guy Kent for some answers. I wonder what Shin's doing. Why hasn't he contacted you once? I wonder if he's okay. This isn't the time to be lavishing attention on strangers. Hey, nice work, but you seem really low energy today. Oh, it's Sawa. I guess she noticed. Do you want to go have some tea somewhere? I think it's better than being alone. That would be nice. Rose, I think you should relax once in a while. Darn, looks like you got here first. I was thinking about walking her home. Huh? You too, Toma? Maybe I'm just getting in the way. Well, you asked first, so... Okay, then let's go relax somewhere together. It would be kind of rude to Shin to go alone somewhere with Toma. Alright, let's hang out with Sawa today. I see, so you still can't contact Shin. That's troubling. He's not the type who would try to make you worry about him. He might just be busy and actually doing fine, right? I've only known you two since high school, but I'm not so sure how things were between before then, but if you've known each other for so long, I'd understand if you guys were a little careless about responding back right away. Oh, that's right. Whatever happened with that one thing, you know, the fact that Shin won't hold hands with you? What's that? You were complaining about that when you started dating. He never had any problems kissing you, but when you ask him to hold hands, he gets embarrassed and avoids it. I don't know, that sounds more like teasing. Is he still like that, or did you already give up on it? He's just a weirdo, I guess. So he really won't compromise? I knew it. I'm jealous. If I was with all of you too when we were kids, I wonder if things would have turned out different. No, I'm sure things would have still ended up the same. Sawa? Sorry, it's nothing. It'd be nice if Shin came back quickly, though. Then I'd be able to stop thinking about him and move on. This is Saichi University. Kent should be in the math lab here today, right? Apparently, he's the one directing everyone on the night of your accident and was also the one who found you collapsed. You should be able to hear a lot of those details from him. No need to specifically ask him about anything. Let's go. Looks like the math lab. There's 2 men here. Oh, it's you. I was waiting. Waiting? The fact that he knows you means he must be either Ken or Iki, right? How unexpected. The girl in bandages is actually very sexy. I want to unwrap them. You can't just do that. Are you only capable of seeing women that way? What else am I supposed to think when such a cute girl appears in front of me? This place might be dangerous. Let's leave. Where are you going? Don't worry about Ikkiyu's ridiculous jokes. I don't think it was a joke. Oh. He's all talk and no action. Don't even acknowledge the last thing he said. More importantly, you have some business with us, right? Oh, sorry. Did you take that seriously? Don't worry too much over it. I won't bite without your express consent. Without our consent. So what do you need? We heard from Rika that you were investigating that night. Oh, Rika was the super elegant girl from the other date, right? The fact that they heard from her already means these 2 must be Iki and Kent. And this womanizer was being called Ikkyu, so I guess that means he's Iki, which means the smart-looking guy is Kent. Remember that. It sounds like Rika knows these 2 pretty well. I wonder if they're friends. Let's see, what should we ask first? I heard you led the research. That's right, I was giving directions. If left alone, it seems everyone would run off without any sense or reason. Everyone, but half the people at the lodge were just strangers. Why the confused look? We have enough sympathy to do that at least, you know? Besides, the night before, we all had a table tennis tournament with a kiss from the other team's girl as a prize. Hey, you were the one who was aiming for the prize. I was just enjoying the game itself. Really? But the guys all seem to be pretty serious about it, especially those defending Rose. That's true. When Rika's turn came up, everyone just acted like they didn't care. Oh, so that's what they were doing. Anyway, it's only natural for us to rush to help when we heard what happened, but we weren't as panicked as your friends. The moment Toma and Sawa heard about your fall from Shin, they rushed out on their own. We didn't even have a chance to stop them. It was good that they returned safely. There could have been a second accident. Yeah, your boyfriend Shin realized that he could have ended up in an accident too and returned straight to the lodge. He was very cool-headed. I see. So even these guys' point of view, Shin was calm. I directed the remaining people. I looked at the map, predicted possible places you could have fallen, and sent people off in pairs. Anyway, that's about all we know. Anything else you wanted to ask? I guess the next question would be... Was I conscious when you found me? Why are they so quiet? Is that some sort of riddle? Shin just asked us the same thing the other day. Shin too? What day? When? I think he called Ikkyu and me the day before yesterday. He asked the same question you just did. The answer is no, you didn't respond even when we called your name and patted your cheek. If that was just an act, I highly recommend that you become an actress. You were unconscious, so that really was true. But I wonder why Shin called them to ask the same thing. Shin had fallen out of contact up until the day before yesterday. Is he trying to investigate that memory? The only people who saw you at the time of discovery was us, so I guess there's the possibility that we're lying. Anyway, Kent and I talked it over afterwards. We figured if he was asking a question like that, then someone must have told him you were conscious. Could it have been you? Does it seem like we're suspecting you now? Were we any help? I don't know what's going on, but it seems like you're bringing up some interesting new developments. If there's anything else we can help with, feel free to ask. I'd be happy to hear the results of this too. I look forward to seeing you again in the near future. As do I, young lady, of course. At the very least, it seems like nobody so far has said anything contradictory. You fell off the cliff by accident, and Shin asked everyone at the lodge to search for you. Then you were found by Ikki and Kent. All of this is consistent, yet that one memory of yours is strangely inconsistent. Welcome back, Master. May I take your order? Have a good day, Madam. We'll be waiting your return. I know you don't really feel like lavishing grace upon strangers at a time like this, but there's nothing you can do now. It's important to do your job. Another customer. Go on, Rose. Welcome back. That's it for today. We should put our thoughts in order first. We managed to talk to almost everyone involved, but the last person is a bit of a problem. Yuko, self-proclaimed photographer, no address. What does it mean, no address? You shouldn't let such a suspicious person stay here with your employees, Mr. Owner. You like to ask him some questions too, but the paper you got from the owner says home phone number, none, and doesn't have a cell phone number listed either. But I doubt the owner would let someone with no available contact information stay over, so he might be able to contact them himself. Maybe it would be best to ask the owner about this in addition to some other things. Oh, Rose, what's with the serious look on your face in the middle of the cafe? Oh, it's the manager. Great timing. Had to contact the owner. What? Why'd you ask? Do you have any business with the owner? I'm sorry, but I can't just tell regular employees that information without a good reason. I guess so. It's a pretty easygoing workplace, but they're strict about some things. In any case, what's going on here? Shin asked me the same thing before. He's trying to find a way to contact the owner as well. Wait, Shin too? What are you two doing? You aren't planning anything strange, are you? If this is about the incident when you were injured, you should leave it to the police. Anyway, I can't the owner's personal contact information. Please just go home for today. I guess it was no good. But if Shin's been investigating this, you should probably contact him instead of the owner. It's possible that he's been able to move more freely than we thought and he just hasn't told you about it yet. If that's the case, you should work together with Shin for this. That would be faster and safer too. Maybe you should let him know. Oh, what about messaging him? Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Now, we just have to wait for a response. 10 minutes later. He's not responding. Maybe he really can't do what he wants. You still haven't changed? I'll walk you home after you're done. Oh, Toma and I had the same idea again. I was just thinking about walking you home. Wait, again? What will you do? Toma asked me first today. Sorry. You haven't changed since kindergarten. I'll wait. Go get changed. What's wrong? You don't want dinner? Are you feeling pretty weary of me? Just so you know, I've known you since you were born. I don't have any feelings like that towards you. Shin's known her since he was born too, but he definitely has feelings for her like that. Oh my god, stop. Okay. Alright, I don't really get it, but stop worrying so much. Let's eat. And try to relax, please. If you can do that for me, I'll do whatever you say later, even if you ask me to leave. Are you worried about me? That's obvious, at least to me. Do you really think it's that weird? I hope your memories come back soon. This is just too weird. Although special times like this would disappear when they come back, I feel a little conflicted thinking about that. How much do you remember? Even though you lost your memories, you haven't just forgotten that you liked Shin, have you? Could you have forgotten something like that? I wonder what it feels like to lose your memories. Why is he so quiet all of a sudden? Sorry, it's nothing. Let's eat. We're gonna go another 15 minutes and then call it for the day. I guess we'll see what day we end on in 15 minutes. We might just finish this world. It's been a week since the police took Shin away. It seems like the investigation of the accident is at a standstill unless your memories come back. And just walking around your house like this doesn't seem to bring them back. Ordinarily, day-to-day life might not be enough stimulation anymore. I guess we should just go home for now. Just wandering around alone doesn't accomplish anything. What? Oh, welcome back. Where were you? That's our line. You shouldn't be the one saying welcome back. It seems like the police are tired of calling me down to the station, so I got some free time. Mind if I stay here for a while? Hey, come over here for a sec. I'm tired. Let me stay like this just for a little while. You're really comforting. You're really warm. I feel like I'm holding a puppy. You're soft. This feels nice. I feel like I'll break if I hold you too tight. I feel like I'd break you if I hold you too tight. You really are soft. It's relaxing. Rose, this is really you, right? I'm holding on to you, right? This is the first time I've been apart from you for so long, so I'm kind of confused. Are you okay? Don't worry, I'm just a little tired. Sorry, I'll be fine in a minute. Thanks, I'm fine now. Anyway, mind if I come in? We can't really talk here. There's something I was investigating myself and I overheard something the police were talking about too. I heard you were investigating this too. Iki told me when I contacted him. Mind if I listen to what you have to say first? Why does it sound like he's putting you to work? Well, whatever. Let's see, the things you were investigating and your guesses from there were 20 minutes later. What? That's it? I had a lot of constraints on my time and still managed to find more. What's with him? He's acting so weak just a minute ago and he's already over it already? Anyway, here. Yuko, Iki, Ken, oh, and also Rika's phone numbers. You should save them. What? How did you know all of this? Why are you surprised? You didn't even think I'd ask Iki and the others for their phone numbers? So that's really what you did. Also, I can't tell you, but I know the owner's contact information. What did you say? I got it from Waka. I told him that something belonged to the owner ended up in my luggage when we stayed on the mountain lodge. I said it was somewhat of a private matter, and he actually gave me the information pretty easily. Don't you think a lie like that is the best way to get things done? Don't ask her, she's honest, unlike someone like you who can lie as easily as breathing. Anyway, I made arrangements with the owners. Something should happen tomorrow that you can look forward to. Look forward to? The real issue was the police. They wouldn't dull the information I wanted easily, so it took a fair amount of effort. Not only am I the son of a killer, but it was also the second time I was brought in. They don't trust me at all. The people there are pretty sly too, so it's just constant mental warfare. It was really tough trying to get them to say what I wanted, while avoiding saying what they wanted at the same time. But that's enough grumbling from me. Thanks to my persistence, I figured out why they're so suspicious of me. They found a clue. So you managed to get them to tell you that. That must be why it took so much time. This wasn't the police doing, it was Shin's. What kind of clue? That's still a secret. Actually, it would be annoying to explain, so we'll just show you. What? Show her? But don't the police have the evidence? How could you show her? And that's why I said to look forward to tomorrow. Just so you know, I didn't push you or anything. If you don't believe that, I won't be able to do anything. Yeah, you do believe it, right? You have no reason to doubt him? Anyway, in that case, there's a culprit out there who isn't me. What? A culprit? According to everything I heard, all signs point to one existing, but it's not me, so it definitely has to be someone else. I want to find out who it is. In fact, I already have an idea of who it is. What? But I have nothing to prove they did it yet. That's what I need. I'm going to start working to gather that evidence, and I want you to help. That's because no matter how far my prediction might be, there's zero chance that you're the culprit. Well, that's obviously true, but who could this culprit be? Wasn't this all just an accident? Does this mean that there's something suspicious about that night besides just the fact that you fell off that cliff? And could this have something to do with the contradictory memory you have? Don't worry, I'll protect you. I don't want you to see you hurt again, no matter who it is. And to do that first, the owner needs to make a move. Everyone, would you like to stay at my mountain lodge again? What? My good friend, you gathered everyone here to ask something like that? Shin is still suspected. You should show a little discretion. I asked exactly because Shin is still a suspect. You might all feel bad that your friend had been suspected of this crime. I know it's unpleasant for me. Shin isn't a young man who would do something like that. That's what I firmly believe. However, it seems like the police are suspecting him because of something at the scene of the incident. In that case, wouldn't it be best if we examine the scene ourselves and prove Shin didn't do it? None of you actually believe that Shin would purposely try to harm Rose, do you? That's true, but still, even the police haven't solved this. What could we possibly do? You can do anything with love, courage, and friendship. That was just a joke. To be honest, the police haven't devoted much effort to this case. It's highly likely that it was just an accident, and even if it wasn't a very big incident. But regardless of how minor the offense, it's still a big deal to the people suspected, am I right? In other words, there's still a good chance that we could discover something in our investigation rather than the police who have shown little effort. If everyone goes to the scene of the incident, you might remember future details about that night, and it's possible that you could begin to grasp the truth behind everything. Well, that's true, I guess. I'm not going to say you should go tomorrow, but what about the day after? Do you all have time? I'll let you stay at my lodge for free. Doesn't sound bad, right? We should all go on this mysterious vacation together. Well, it's not a bad idea. It's not like we're going to search for a criminal, it's just a search for evidence to prove someone's innocence. Was this part of Shin's plan? But it seems like Shin really thinks there's a culprit behind this. Does he actually want to search for evidence to find the culprit? But the owner said it's a search for evidence to prove Shin's innocence. Was he lying? That actually sounds possible. I guess we'll have to all look out for her just in case something does happen. Sheesh, Mr. Owner, if everyone leaves, am I going to have to run the cafe by myself? Sorry about that, I'll leave it to you. Well, I suppose it's for you, Shin. I guess I can't help it. I'll go. Looks like everyone's pretty eager, but what Shin wants to do isn't to look for evidence proving his innocence. He wants evidence proving someone else is guilty. If everyone's going to Shinano incident gathers in one place, I wonder if we can really be safe from another accident. Rose, you're uncertain about this too, right? Well, it looks like we're pretty much almost done with this world, so I guess we'll just keep going. Good morning. It's the morning of the Shinano trip. I feel as though your memories will come back, but I also feel like this trip will be dangerous. Try to get your memories back without anything bad happening to you. And of course, we need to find the culprit behind your incident. It sounds like Shin already has an idea of who it is, but it seems like he'll tell you. It doesn't seem like he'll tell you just yet. Besides, we still don't know what exactly this culprit did in the first place. What's with those worried eyes? You're scared? Don't worry. Try to stay close to me. Sorry I'm late. Am I the last one? Sawa, we've been waiting here forever. Yeah, everyone's here. Let's get going. Shinano, huh? I wonder what kind of place it is. I'm scared, but this is kind of exciting too. It's so cold. Wow, it's chilly. I thought it was cold here back in July, but it's August. It's even worse. It's even worse. We are on a mountain after all. Doesn't seem like the right climate for the northern hemisphere at this time of year. Let's hurry inside. I don't want to freeze to death in August. I wouldn't want that to happen in any month. Let's go in now. What? No way. Iki and everyone are here too? Hello? Why'd I get the feeling you all would be here? It's exactly as I predicted. You predicted? What does that mean? I haven't heard anything about this. I came because I was told I could stay free of charge as the 10,000th guest. I don't think anyone would be stupid enough to believe something like that. But weren't you the one who told the owner to say that, Shin? Wait, aren't you Shin? Why would someone suspected of an attempted murder be here? Wouldn't it be best if you went back to prison? Thank you for your concern. Just for everyone's information, at this time, I'm simply a material witness. I'm not suspected or a prisoner. And to normal people, you're still a suspect. That has nothing to do with what normal people would think. I didn't do anything, that's the truth. How can we be so sure? I just hope a second attack doesn't take place at this lodge. I also hope that kind of thing doesn't occur. And besides, from my point of view, you also had plenty of opportunities to commit the crime. What? Are you saying I could have done it? What are you talking about? It's not just you. It wouldn't be exaggerating to say that everyone at the lodge had the opportunity. You have no grounds to say that. Alright, that's enough. You didn't come here to fight with Rika, right, Shin? Yeah, the only thing I want is to prove my innocence. You didn't bring everyone back here just to dig up that incident, did you? You've got to be joking. I'm going home. Mr. Iki, let's go. Me? I'm not leaving. I knew about this before I came here. Same here. Besides, Rika, why would you assume you're leaving with Iki? It's not like you two arrived together. I recall you saying that you just happened to be here. That's... Oh look, it seems everyone's here. The final guest has arrived. Hello everyone. I didn't think I'd get to meet you all again. I'll be joining along as well. He's not very surprised either. But I guess I did but I did guess that Iki and Kent would figure it out at least. Geez, what a bunch of weirdos. Anyway, would anyone like some coffee? You can chit-chat afterwards.
いやー、それにしても、まさかまたここに泊まるとは思いもしなかったわ。
Still, I didn't think we'd be staying here again. Even our room assignments are the same as they were back then. I feel a little relieved that I'm with you. I thought I was prepared for this, but I started to remember with all the people from back then gathering together, that night was really scary after all. I'm sure it must be an awful memory for Sawa too. I'm sure everyone here has met bad memories to some degree. Even without your memories, it must be the scariest for you. This is where your accident took place. I'm sure everyone would be more careful this time though. Something like this should never happen again. We need to find the evidence that's hinting toward Shin being the culprit and find a way to show it's wrong. And that's right. I see. So everyone here, not knowing that there really is a culprit. They're not as bad as Rika, but if they knew, I'm sure they wouldn't have come. Well, I guess it's too late now that we're here. Anyway, you should unpack and check up on the other rooms. Can I come in? Yep, come on in. Rose, what's this? You still haven't even opened your luggage. How slow can you be? She can't help that it's not like her body fully recovered yet. If you keep saying such mean things, she might start to dislike you. I've disliked you from the beginning. That has not changed. You have not made me like this character at all. It's because you and Toma baby her so much that she's gotten so slow. Here, give that to me. I'll help you with the heavy stuff. Well, who's the one babying her now? Sawa, if you're done unpacking your stuff, could you leave us alone? Yeah, I'll get out of your way. Have fun. Have you seen everyone's room assignments? In order from the back is me and Toma, you, Sawa, and then mine. On the other side of the stairs is Rika, then Iki and Kent, and at the opposite end is Yuko. I doubt anything will happen, but if you feel like you're in danger, come to my room. It's on the right. Have any questions? We'll talk now while we're alone. Who's the culprit? It's still a secret. I can't accuse someone without positive evidence, right? What? But it seems like you already know. Well, what should I be doing, I guess? I'll tell you what to do if necessary, but for starters, we're here to gather evidence. If I ask you to do something, make sure nobody sees you doing it. Don't trust anyone but me, not even Sawa or Toma. Act normally unless I say so, but try to stay within sight of me at all times. If you can't find me, go somewhere with a lot of people around. If that's not possible, go to Toma. Don't trust Toma, but if you don't see me, trust him. What? Don't go to Sawa, she doesn't have enough strength. Yeah, you say that without being told anyway. What kind of person is Iki? Yuko. Him? Honestly, I don't really know. He's the biggest uncertainty. But on that night, when we were trying to leave, he gave me a warning. He said the forest is dangerous at night. So if we were to run into an accident, watch out for a second accident. It's because I had his words in mind that I immediately thought to return to Lodge when you fell. In a way, I kind of feel indebted to him. So that's why that happened. Then that means Yuko's not a bad person, right? I got it. Alright, then let's go downstairs. Seems like everyone's making dinner together. The sun is already going down for today. Going outside would be dangerous, so just relax here. I see. Well, it would be pretty bad if someone wasn't being careful and had an accident. I guess you should just relax and have fun with everyone today. That actually sounds like a great plan. Anyway, let's go help everyone make dinner. Okay, seeing how it's night already, let's have an air hockey tournament. So you really are going to play around. I know I said we should have fun, but I didn't think we'd start playing games for real or something. You focus on offense, I'll focus on defense. Got it? Toma's the only one who doesn't wear gloves. Of course, that's the best strategy. You guys try to win before you need to tag out with Rose and me. I can't really speak for myself, but her reflexes aren't very good right now. Obviously, their bench players seem pretty weak, but ours are just as bad. Sounds like you're just shouting their strategy aloud. Are they mocking us? Looks like they've already forgotten how bad they were beaten in the table tennis match last time. Wait, that wasn't even fair. Iki, are you on a table tennis team or something? Nope, I'm in a darts club. I'm just really good at games where you use your hands. Those are just my skills, useful for a lot of things in a lot of ways. Yeah, see, Toma's the only one who doesn't wear gloves. So weird. Mr. Iki, go right ahead and put these boorish people in their place, please, before it's our turn. Iki, does your team not need to talk about strategy? We don't need to, besides, we're just going to play normally like everyone else. Our team strategy is already set. Iki will do the work, I'll plan out tactics. Hey, Ken, you don't actually need to tell them our strategy. Just making things fair. Now we just have to show them that they still won't be able to beat us. But I'm going to do all the work. Oh well, not that I mind. Hey, Shin and Toma. They're making fun of us. Don't lose. You don't have to tell me. I don't intend to lose. Well, see how both teams have their strategy decided? Let's start the game. That was a lot of text for just playing a game. Seriously, Iki is way too strong. Iki, Shin seems to be strong at acute attacks from 30-degree angles on the right. Counter that. Got it. No, I think Ken's constant analysis is what's worse. Our team is putting up a good fight, all things considered. Ready? Here's the next one. Hey, wanna play poker? You know, the card game? Starting to feel like it'll be impossible to beat Iki at this type of game. Toma and I have never lost at poker when paired up. Wait a minute, if you're If we're going to play poker, put me on a different team than Ken. Hey. I mean, it's a really weak point for you. My calculations are perfect. What's wrong with that? Your calculations might be perfect, but you can't win at poker without a good poker face. That's unexpected. I figured he'd be really good at that. He's no good at all. Shin and Toma are good at it. Their facial expressions don't change at all. It's almost scary. Yeah, I guess I'm good at that. I don't think I'll lose to anyone but Shin. And I don't think I'll lose to anyone but Toma. Okay, wait a minute. Just putting this out there, but I'm not on that kind of level for this. I should probably mention that I'm the same way too. I'm not really good. I actually think I'd be the weakest one here. I don't even know how to play. I know the rules, but so you're saying Toma and I just have to face off? Give me a break. I wouldn't want to go up against this guy. It wouldn't end as just a game. Feel the same way. We'd end up being out for blood. Although you always end up challenging me on any sort of thing, I just have to wait for that. You don't like facing off in a fight you can't win. I just have to make it seem like you can. Iki wins when it comes to table sports, and it seems you two stand out when it comes to gambling. In that case, what about a match of pure intelligence? For example, adding and subtracting random numbers into multiples of 10. Stop that. I didn't come here to study. Okay, what about a match of physical endurance? I'm confident in that at least. What? Why would we do something like that for fun? Then maybe a match in stamina. I'm confident in that too. I don't really mind, but if it were a team matchup, whoever had to carry the extra burden would lose. Hey, who are you calling a burden? Don't worry, no one thinks you're a burden, Sawa. I think he means all the girls but you. That's kind of an awful thing to hear too. That sure was crazy. Everyone is pretty peppy at work too, but I think people feel more free tonight since this doesn't have anything to do with work. Rose, are you thirsty? You should get something to drink, but you shouldn't be alone. It won't take very long. Will it really be okay? Well, it'll just be a little while and it's not far, so it should be fine. Just be aware of your surroundings. Maybe we can get the culprit to come try to kill us again. Are you here for drinks? Hey, it's Yuko. He's actually kind of mysterious. Maybe it was bad to come here alone. What, are you worried about Shin? Then you probably shouldn't have come here alone. What's this? The air around him changed. Weren't you told to not be alone? You have no sense of danger. Rose, I got a bad feeling about this. Orion, you're not helping me right now. What are you doing? Shin, I told you to not walk off alone, you idiot. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say something strange? I did, didn't I? Never mind. It was nothing. Yuko, what are you doing here? I just wanted some coffee. Alright, we'll be bringing enough for everyone, so don't worry. Really? Then I suppose I'll accept that. Anyway, see you back over there. Anything else? You sure do get along well, don't you? Well, that's because we've been together since we were born. I don't just mean you and her. I mean Toma and Iki and Kent, everyone. You're part of this group too, aren't you, Yuko? Why are you making it sound like you're an outsider? Well, I'm a little different. I'm both an enemy and an ally. But no matter when and how you all meet, I know you always get along. In fact, I'm kind of jealous. I don't really get what you're trying to say. I know, I just wanted to give you two a little trouble. Excuse us. We'll get going. I like how he's still creepy in this world too. Not stalker level creepy, at least. Oh, sorry, I'll leave. Don't worry about me. I'm really sorry, I just wanted to make you guys think. What's with him? He's acting strange. He wasn't acting strangely like that last time. This was a mistake. I probably shouldn't have invited him here. There's something I wanted to ask you all today. I'm listening, although I can already guess. I'm sure you all recalled the accident where Rose fell from the cliff. I like to thank you all for your help during that time. Because of you, she was able to be safe in time and began to recover. As you may know, at this time, I'm suspected by the police of having pushed her from the cliff. To be perfectly honest, this is a very troublesome misunderstanding. I'm sure you all saw her spend time with me very closely the entire day yesterday. Does this really seem like an attitude she would have towards her attempted murderer? What are you saying? You're the one who told her to stay close to you. Well, it's pretty obvious you didn't try to kill her by pushing her off the cliff, at least. If you intended to do so, you wouldn't have come straight to us for help. You would have gone to finish her off. Besides, that was more of a steep slope than a cliff. That's not good enough for a serious murder. You're extremely cold-headed. You're extremely cool-headed. I doubt you wouldn't have realized those particular elements. That's why I believe we can trust you in this matter. So what do you want us to do? I'd like you to help me prove my innocence. It seems the police have some sort of evidence that points to me as the suspect. I like to find it. After it's found, I would like to make it very clear that whatever evidence it is doesn't show I have any criminal intent. And that's the reason why I had this trip arranged for us. If we gather all the members who were there, we could probably trace the events of that night. I'm sure as a group we wouldn't miss any vital clues along the way. That's what I believe. So what should we actually do here? That's right, I don't mind talking about the events of the day, but I don't want to do anything dangerous. It's simple. You'll all pair up in the same way you did that day and go to the same places you went before. Since it's light outside, we might be able to see things we wouldn't that night. Since the victim herself wasn't interested in pressing charges, the police haven't done a full-scale investigation yet. I think it's perfectly possible for everyone here to discover some new clues from that event. The same places as that day. Does that mean you intend to just sit around here? No, just like on the night of the accident, I'll go to the cliff with Rose. That's dangerous. For me? For the victim, I don't trust you. That's okay. Mine and Yuko will come too, right? Yeah, if we're repeating our actions from that night, mine and I went to search the top of the cliff after the accident. If it seems like I'm trying something fishy, feel free to stop me by force. Alright, and if it seems like I'm doing anything weird, do the same. Huh? You know, just in case. Sure. Rose, are you okay with that? Yeah, that's fine. Good. Oh right, since Toma and Sawa ran off alone like idiots that night, you two pair up for safety. Don't call us idiots. Anyway, if you find anything, don't touch it, but take photos, take pictures. Good luck to you all. Sounds interesting. I guess, although it looks like I'm doing the search with a dude again. I hope that night was the end of that. Well, I'm just going to look around inside the perimeters. If you want, we could... Let's go, Toma. Sounds good, Sawa. Yuko and I are going with you to the cliff, right? It's going to be great work with all of you. I'll try not to get in the way. We're going. It's all been decided without us. Nobody really made any objections to this. I wonder if they knew this would happen. If they all came here knowing this would happen, I guess they're all kind of curious. At the very least, we can be sure that Shin isn't doing this out of amusement. I wonder what he's after and what you should do. Wow, this forest is dark even during the day. You probably wouldn't be able to see anything here at night. So you slipped and fell from a place like this? It must have been scary. Hey, Rose. You remember anything walking around here? You walked here on that night too. Listen, the thing I want you to do today isn't search for evidence. I want you to reclaim your memories of what happened here. What? You want to reclaim your memories too, but that's the entire reason I brought you back to this lodge, even though it could be dangerous. In other words, I want you to remember that it wasn't me who pushed you off the cliff. If you have a shred of doubt, what comes next will be even harder to do, and I want you to try. Shin sure is confident. He's perfectly fine with you remembering what happened. Do you feel the same way? Can you believe that Shin has no intentions of pushing you? We are here. This is the place. Where did you fall off? The edge is nearby, right? It's light out, but it's still hard to spot. You're right. It could have been dangerous for us to be looking around for her here that night. I'll take a look around. Be careful. I'll go with you. I was thinking of a way to lose them, but they left us alone on their own. It was probably this tree. Stand over here for a sec. Why'd you pick the same room as Sawa, idiot? Swap with mine. I'll leave my room too. What, you thought you were just coming here with friends? Did you not think ahead at all? Go along with it, idiot. I'm reenacting this conversation. Think, what did you say in response to that? What did you do? What did I say afterwards? You should have heard it. You don't need to be scared. I didn't do anything to try and make you feel afraid. I was just playing around, isn't that right? If it wasn't for that cliff, nothing would have happened. Rose, something like that isn't going to happen again. Don't be scared. It's okay to remember. I said I'd leave my room. What happened then? What was your reply? After that, I think Why do you always say things like that? Do you have fun making me feel embarrassed? I'm not poking fun at you, I'm asking you seriously. It's actually kind of frustrating that you ask a question like that. Why is it frustrating? Just think, does it seem like something I joke about? Do you realize I'm your boyfriend? Besides, you follow me to a dark place like this? You think this is just some field trip? You think... You know I'm always ready to have my way with you. I'm going back now. What if I said I wouldn't let you? Stop it, don't joke around. Oh, right, and then I ran off. Hey, we didn't come from over there, don't run off, you'll get lost. Shin, you're the worst. Oh, really? Not that it matters, it's fine, you're just going to treat me like a friend anyway. Sheesh, idiot, I told you that's the wrong... Huh? Ah... Rose. I remember. It's not your fault, Shin. Well, it's bad that you were teasing me, but you didn't try to make me fall. There's no mistake in that. Huh? You look pale. Did you remember something? Yes, my heart is still racing. That was really scary. Sorry, I'm sure it's still scary even if you weren't pushed off. Sorry for forcing you to remember that. But I'm glad I remember. I know for sure now that you didn't push me, Shin. Now I can trust you completely. Hey, Orion? Orion? Phew, you finally heard me. That was surprising. I suddenly flew really far away from you. Was the thing you just saw a memory of this place? It seems like releasing that memory you sealed away out of fear really helped in separating us. Although, it doesn't look like we split completely yet. Hey, are you okay? Your eyes look focused somewhere else. Uh-oh, we talked too much while Shin was still here. I just spaced out for a bit. It's good that you remember, but if you space out too much, you might fall again. Rose, Shin, we found something that looks like sliding marks. Would you come over here and check this area out? I'll be right there. Oh, over there is the direction you ran in the memory you just remembered. Yep, no contradictions there. That's good, that means you totally solved the mystery of how you fell from the cliff in the first place. But then, who's the culprit Shin was talking about, and what did that person do? If they didn't push you off the cliff, then does that mean they did something down below? An hour later. Alright, I'd like to hear the results of everyone's search. Very well, we will start. We found markings and traces likely left by the police at the scene where we found her. They're kind of small, but you can see them from photos in the camera. These kind of look like bloodstains. They are. Ew, that's gross. The issue is that the bloodstains are in two different places. Both stains are in a relatively wide area, so it's likely she lay collapsed in both for a decent period of time. If they're in two places, does that mean she woke up and moved to a different spot without knowing? Although the theory is a bit reaching, that could explain it. How does this explain any sort of malicious intent, though? Someone moved her. The most interesting of these were the bloodstains on a rock nearby. The blood appeared to have been smeared. She received a blow to the back of her head, right? The position is just right for her head to have been hit with it. Couldn't she have hit her head on it when she fell? It wouldn't be strange. That doesn't explain it. The trace of her sliding down the slope led to the other bloodstain. So you're saying that she woke up and moved to the other spot and then fell and hit her head? Still reaching, but more plausible. It would explain the head trauma. You woke up and moved. Shin, you came for me. But I think the reason the police suspect a malicious attempt is based off this. If you think about it, the blow to the back of her head wasn't something that happened from merely falling into the rock. There's a possibility that the suspect came to check if she was still alive after falling, but shocked to see she woke up. Then shoved her onto the rock in an attempt to finish her off. That's what I would imagine personally. That's terrible. What do you think, Shin? Were you asked anything like that by the police? Yeah, they did ask me that. I see, so that's why. Hey, you already knew that. I like to ask one more thing. Even if someone committed this crime, it doesn't seem like it was deliberate. I couldn't find any effort in trying to hide the bloodstains. I see. Thank you for the detailed analysis. That was very helpful. Unfortunately, we hadn't managed to prove your innocence. I suppose so, but I didn't expect it to be so easy. And what about your group? You went to check the top of the cliff, right? We didn't really find much. Let's see, we found the traces of her sliding off and asked if it matched her memories, that's all. What we did see for sure was how she and Shin were getting along. The lodge owner and I didn't really find anything either, so we came right back. What about you, Sawa and Toma? Well, you see... Did you find something? We acted separately that night, so we kind of just wandered around trying to remember what we did. But we did find something pretty crazy away from the scene. Here, look at this photo. It's a bloody handprint. It really does look that way. We found them here and there. I wonder if it's Rose's blood. That's pretty likely. If not, that means that someone else was bleeding really badly around here. Also, we found a bunch of footprints that looked like someone walked around the area here. They had worn away quite a bit, and they walked in the same place over and over, so it's hard to distinguish the shoe prints. The police might be able to figure it out. I think so too. Alright then, we should submit this evidence to the police. Wait a minute. This makes it sound like there really is a culprit. Didn't we all go searching for evidence to prove your innocence, Shin? What are these hand and footprints? It's almost like the person who pushed Rose was shaken and wandered around confused. Yeah, that sounds about right. What about that is evident enough to prove someone's innocence? It looks like evidence that Shin committed a crime. This is evidence to show that there really is a culprit. That does nothing to show that I'm the one who did it. Don't make excuses. If it wasn't you, then who was it? No idea. Maybe it was you. I mean, you can tell how big the handprint though is if it was like a smaller person or someone bigger. So it would prove if at least Rika was the killer or not. I'll be right back. Anyway, now we can say that now we can say this with near certainty. There was a culprit behind this incident. That culprit had some reason for knocking Rose out, then fled the scene while still upset. Seeing how clearly shaken they were, they didn't care about leaving hand and footprints and returned home. We have no idea why they didn't come forward. They might have just barked, "The police take me away." Of course, your clear understanding of what happens make it highly likely that you're the suspect. I heard an interesting story. It seems that she could have been conscious after falling. What, really? I don't know for sure. We should ask her. Rose, do you have any memories of the time right before you were rescued? Someone tried to help me. So then, who did it? She doesn't seem to remember. The only thing she can recall is hearing someone call to her and getting up. We don't know who that person was, but it's almost certain that whatever happened, it was enough to strike a nerve in the culprit. But she had fallen from the cliff and was injured. She was likely asking for help. It wouldn't be very normal for her to say something hurtful to a person trying to do that. That's just something we need to think about. You never know what could cause someone to snap. This is all too vague. It's possible you pushed her off the cliff intending to harm her and then noticed she was alive and tried to finish her off. That way of thinking would explain this far more easily, don't you think? It might be easier, but it wouldn't make sense. Everything we've been talking about says that she fell with no intention. Even Rose, the victim, has been denying it from the very beginning. Yeah, I think we can say for sure that falling off the cliff was an accident. But we can't say the same about what happened afterwards. But still, everything we talked about makes you shouldn't seem really suspicious. Yeah, I admit that the suspicion is kind of on me. That's not just a little. Nobody else had the time to do anything like that to her. You had as much time as you needed before calling us, but everyone else went off to search for her at the same time. No, we weren't all together. If you remember, Sawa and Tomo went off on their own. That's terrible. Are you suspecting Sawa now? So it's okay to suspect me? I'm not suspecting anyone in particular. I'm just noting the possibilities. Just like Shin had the opportunity to commit the crime, Sawa and Tomo had their chance as well. While I'm gathering everyone and giving directions, they had plenty of time for themselves. Just for the sake of fairness, I'd also say that it's possible that Ikkyu and I did it as well. We were the ones who sent everyone off to various places. Nobody would have even seen us commit the crime. Now then, who exactly was it who committed this crime? Thank you very much for your fair and unbiased comments. Let's leave the rest of the police. I doubt we'd get anywhere if we tried to discover the culprit now. And that's true. The sun is starting to set, so we should all just go home tomorrow. Let's copy the photos of the evidence, and then have Kent, Yuko, and myself all hold onto a copy. That way, regardless of who the culprit was, it will reach the police through someone. Did you manage to find anything you were looking for? Thanks to everyone. I don't like this. I didn't intend to come here for something like this. Sorry, mine. I came here for exactly that. Sawa still isn't going to bed. She had kind of a scary look on her face ever since this evening's talk. She hasn't even changed in her PJs yet. Oh, sorry, are you going to sleep? You can turn off the lights if you want. I'll be a little longer. There's something I want to think about. What's wrong with her? I wonder if she's upset because she was treated as a suspect. I want to ask her, but it doesn't seem like she wants to talk about it. Oh well, no sense dwelling over it. Let's just go to sleep first. Hey, wasn't that voice just now Sawa's? Wake up, turn on the lights. I knew it. There's nobody in the other bed. What should we do? Should we go outside? The culprit isn't out there with an axe or anything, right? And the door's unlocked. Oh, wait. No, that makes sense. Sawa probably opened it to go outside. Okay, Orion, calm down. Anyway, we need to go check up on Sawa. Sawa, are you okay? Oh, Shin and Toma are already here. I like how they didn't put them in PJs or anything. They're still just wearing their normal everyday outfits. Calm down, breathe deeply, you're okay? Now, everyone's here, right? And someone pushed me. What did you say? I was going to the bathroom and when I got to the stairs, someone was there. And then they pushed me. There. I'm sure it was scary, but it's all okay now. We're not okay. There's a criminal here. They really are here. Yeah, you're right. Why would they attack you? Huh? The criminal we talked about should have been aiming for Rose. Why would they attack you? And are you absolutely sure you were pushed? Calm down and try to remember. We talked about something like this earlier. Maybe it just felt like that way because of the way you were touched. Could that be possible? Just try to remember. Now that you mentioned it, you might be right? So calm down first. Okay. Phew, what a relief. Looks like she calmed down. But I wonder what really happened. Was it really the culprit? Pretty impressive, though. If someone here really did push her, they can put on quite an act. Huh? Was everyone in their rooms? Of course I was in bed, although it seems like the 3 suspects in question were all up. Suspects? Wait, me too? Well, it's pretty established tactic for culprits in mysterious stories to fake being attacked by someone. I'm not faking anything. Someone pushed my shoulder. It's true. We aren't saying you really did it. I'm just stating that it's a possibility. It's not even a possibility. Why would I even do something like that? Let's see. What if you were trying to go out to dispose of some evidence, notice someone approach and put on this act? No way. Well, it's true that it's a possibility. Regardless, I think it would be best if everyone stayed inside of their rooms for tonight. Whether you're attacked by the culprit or treated as a suspect, nothing good will result from it. And of course, I'm directing this at the culprit who wants to dispose of evidence. Rose? Regardless of whether Sawa fell was an accident or an act, it's even more dangerous for you. The culprit in question is a criminal who tried to kill you after all. I used to think they didn't intentionally try to hurt you, but I'm just being naive. If the culprit is determined enough to eliminate people who interfere, they might attack you directly. After all, if you were to remember exactly what happened at the bottom of that cliff, it would be bad news for them. What should we do, Rose? What could we even do? You should stay in my room for tonight. I'll watch over you. Stop trying to make us sleep with you. You're also a suspect anyway, so I should get a room to myself. Toma, you can go sleep somewhere else. Sir, would you mind lending him another room? Okay, I don't mind. Sawa, you go stay with mine. Well, that would be safest, but is it okay with you, Rose? What's with the doubtful eyes? This is an emergency. I wouldn't do anything inappropriate. She might not just be wary of you doing something inappropriate. Are you trying to say it's because she suspects me of being the culprit? Isn't that true? You're one of the 3 main suspects. It would be safer if she avoided you. I can't trust anyone else. So you've revealed your real thoughts. I don't want her to be with anyone else right now, not even Toma or Sawa. You know, Shin, I can't trust you either. I'm not saying you're the culprit, but you might try to take advantage of the situation as a man would. I'm not that desperate for some action. Oh, really? Well, then how about this? Since she's in the most dangerous position, she should choose where she feels safest. What? It should be the person you care most. It should be the person you can most confidently say has 0 chance of being the culprit. There's nobody here who would object to watching over her, right? That sounds like the most fair. I get it. You choose whose room you want to sleep in. What are you going to do? Who do you think is the safest option? The safest option is I'm sleeping alone. I guess that's an option. Shin looks kind of sad, doesn't he? I don't care. You piss me off to no end, dude. Don't know why you're my boyfriend. I kind of hope the bad ending is we break up and just move on with our lives. Good morning. Looks like you made it safely to the morning. That's good. Gee, Shin was way too nervous and it made us kind of antsy too. Anyway, you should go downstairs. I'm sure everyone else is up. You got to be joking. I'm leaving. Wow, they're really at it. I could hardly even sleep last night. Just look at the condition of my skin. You know, not that I'm asking you not to leave or anything. I'm just saying since you're here, why not have something to eat before you go? I want to leave a place like this as soon as possible. There wouldn't be much of a difference if you leave now or in an hour. Oh, good morning, Rose. But if she wants to leave, let her leave. Who cares if she wants to eat or not? It's not... You know nothing about her? What a nice problem to wake up to. Hello everyone, good morning. I'm sorry, but could everyone help carry this pot of stew out to the terrace? The terrace? Why eat out on the terrace? Oh, what common people. Owner, I'll help. Thank you, Shin. I'll leave it to you. I won't help. That's fine. Just wait here by yourself. It'd be nice to have some peace and quiet. Shin always says things like that and starts arguments. It's no wonder Rika doesn't like him. I also don't like him. Oh, good morning, Rose. Looks like you're safe. That's a relief. Oh, Sawa, good morning. Shin and Toma seem safe too. That's good. She's kind of limping. She might have sprained her ankle when she fell down the stairs last night. Last night was awful. My legs hurt and I had a bad dream and I couldn't sleep at all. I see, she could have slept in a room with you. Hey, what are you doing? My shoes! Oh, sorry about that. I tripped. I guess some of the stews still are right though. There's nothing around here to stumble on. Sorry about that. I'll clean up everyone's shoes. Just so you know, if I see even a cut on my shoes, I'll cut you to pieces. Got it. Rose, help me out. What? Looks like you're having fun. Kent, good morning. Morning. Should we help out too? That's okay. We can handle this, Rose. Sheesh, now he's making things hard on you too. You know, you could complain about this treatment once in a while. Phew, this is hard work. That should about do it. Not at all. The smell is still there, and it's all the little cracks and seams. And it's all in the little cracks and seams. And what's Shin doing? Why does he have a camera? Take pictures of every little detail. What? Why? Be sure to get the pattern on the bottom too. There were shoe prints at the scene of the crime. You really are an idiot. You should realize that at least. You're the one who needed to explain yourself. She's a normal person living a normal life. Since shoe prints were found at the scene, the culprit was likely disposed of these same shoes when they got home. If we don't If we don't record them now, we won't have another chance. Oh wait, does that mean he spilled stew on purpose for this? And could that mean Shin was the one who suggested eating out on the terrace? Hurry up before they notice. Shin, you clean my shoes perfectly, right? Yes, see for yourself. We can probably take one of these pictures with everyone wearing their shoes. Yeah. Should I do it? I can do it myself. An hour later. Can we finally go home? Oh, we can finally go home, finally. It was so long, longest 3 days ever. We can finally go home. Feels like it's been weeks. I guess we're not the only ones. And I've got work tomorrow, but I might not be able to work with my leg like this. Mine, could you sub for me? Oh, okay. Feels like we're getting thrown back into reality. But in this case, reality is a welcome change. I feel the same way. Everyone seem to be having to do Shin's bidding. I wonder if he was able to fulfill his goal. It seems like he has no intention on telling us who the culprit is. Do you know who it is? Anyway, everyone, let's return to Tokyo. It was quite a thrilling 3 days, wasn't it? Did you all have fun? The only one actually having fun was you, mister. We're back. Oh, lovely Tokyo, we missed you. Well, I guess we're splitting up here. Splitting up? That sounds a bit sad. Everyone, I'll see you all later. By the way, where are you going, Yuko? That's a secret, but if you give me a call, I'll show up whenever you want. I see, that's good then? Just who was that guy anyway? Seems like even Shin doesn't know. He was a mysterious person. I'm leaving. Please don't call me ever again. See ya. Remember, I helped you out, so I'm looking forward to hearing the results. When we return, we should try to analyze the information as well. I'm going home too. Thanks for everything. Bye-bye. Well, I guess I'm going too. Toma, wait a minute. What is it? Just to be safe, I want her to stay at my place today. Could you come too? Huh? By her, does he mean you, Rose? Me, but you don't like it when I'm around. This is an emergency and you can't just let her stay alone at my place, right? My mom's working late, so we'll really be alone together. Or does older brother Toma really think it's okay for me and her to spend the night alone together? So am I her bodyguard or something? Exactly. You got a problem with that? Not really. Fine, I'll go. Thanks. Wait, why are you both completely ignoring what she wants? You could at least ask her if she had a problem with this. Hey, what are you standing around for? Let's go. Yeah, I'd rather just go home. Stop making decisions for me. Well, maybe if you weren't just a terrible person, we wouldn't have issues and I would go with you. But I don't want to deal with you. I said it's dangerous. You didn't hear me? No, I did hear you. Doesn't mean I'm listening to you. We'll see how things go today. If everything looks safe, you can go home. Just come with me now. I guess he won't listen. Seriously, we came all the way back to Tokyo and we can't even go home. You sure got a lot of patience, but I guess you just have to go along with it for now. This is how you get into bad relationships. You probably don't remember, but this is my room. You can sleep here. Toma and I will sleep in the living room. Yeah, I don't care where. So this is Shin's room. There's a big stereo, and what kind of device is this? I think I've seen it before. Oh, right. There are similar devices when we went to an after-school club, to that after-school club room with Shin. Were you in the band with me? I forgot we were in a band. It wasn't important enough, I guess. No, not exactly. So did you want to join the band with her then? What? You weren't playing an instrument before. This is the first I've ever seen of this kind of equipment here. That was around the time you started distancing yourself from me. Did you start after seeing her live performance? By the way, what instrument are you playing? The bass? I see. That's right, you were always saying how the person playing bass in the band wasn't any good. Wait. So was this all true? Did Shin start playing an instrument because he wanted to join your band? I've never seen Shin at a loss for words before. That doesn't matter right now. I'm going to make dinner, so help me out. My mom won't be home until late. Uh-oh, he's all mad now. I haven't seen Shin like this in a long time. I guess he really doesn't want us to see this. Or maybe he's just like this when it comes to things related to you. It's hard to tell sometimes, but it looks like you really are loved. I don't know.
起きてるか?
You awake?
Shin.
Oh, it's Shin. I'm coming in.
何お前?
What are you doing? Don't look around people's desks without permission. You're the one who left all the stuff out in the open. Besides, the only thing here is sheet music and reference books. All the music is pretty famous. Maybe he was just practicing all the songs you've ever played. When you get home, you should check to see if you have the same sheet music. Why are you grinning like that? Don't tell me you just remembered something stupid. More importantly, there's something I wanted to ask when I got the chance. What could it be? When we stayed at the lodge, I managed to find some evidence I was looking for. If the police get it, I'm sure the culprit will be arrested sooner or later. But from my guess, the thing the culprit wanted to hide most isn't the crime itself. What's that mean? What would a criminal want to hide besides the crime? I mean to expose everything, but this might result in some painful emotions for you too. That's why I wanted to ask you first. You know who did it. Can you guess their motive? Do you have the courage to ask and hear the answer? Regardless, I do intend to have you hear it even if you aren't prepared. I just feel better knowing you knew ahead of time. So, do you know who the person was who pushed you? I like how the manager is an option and he wasn't even there. Okay. That would be stretching it. What kind of crazy alibi trick would allow for that? Well, that would be unexpected. You just need to think of it in simpler terms. But if you think about it really simply, the suspect really gets narrowed down. No way, it's not even... I don't want to think about it. Only a few days left. Good morning. You've got the usual work today. Mine said this before, but it's like stepping into reality again. Are you prepared? Think you can do your job, right? Anyway, you should get up. Are you up? I'm coming in. Oh, it's Shin. You've got work today, right? I have school, but I'll walk out with you and lock up in here. Oh, right, you need to leave with Shin. Hey, are you planning to stay here today too? If you're still going to stay, I need to go home for a bit after work. Let's see. No, it should be fine. Nothing happened yesterday. Rose, if anything happens to you on your way home, call me right away. Toma, you have work too, right? Look after her. I know. Well, I guess you should just get ready and head over for work. You're going to have to thank the manager for looking after the cafe all alone. Fine, why are you standing around here? Oh, good morning. Wait, did you come together? I didn't realize you two were so close. We both stayed over at Shin's place. It's nothing like that. More importantly, is the cafe not open? That's right, the manager isn't here yet. Toma, you have a key, right? Yeah, I have it. Wait a sec. The manager's dead. That's good. I couldn't get in the cafe, so I didn't know what to do. I wonder where the manager is. Oh, what is it? There's a letter. I'm tired of working for 3 days straight. I'm taking some time off. Waka. So that's what it was. He could have texted anyone and be like, hey, not coming in. Someone else needs to open shop. I guess the three of us just have to open up shop today. I hope I didn't forget anything. Reality's already coming at us. Mercilessly. I think I would have preferred not to come back. Okay, enough complaining. Mai, could you go check inventory? Roger that. I know they were grumbling about not remembering procedures and not wanting to return to reality, but the day's already over. It was still pretty tough though. Good work today. I could walk you at least part of the way home. Wait here after you get changed. Hey, done for today? What are you doing here? What happened to school? The teacher canceled class today. Want to go somewhere? What are you saying? Go home and study for your exams. I can take a little break. I feel like the police could come knocking at any time when I'm at home, so I've been kind of restless. Dude, you haven't really studied at all this whole month for your exams. You're gonna fail. Are you seriously that delicate? Hey, you're the one who always wants all three of us to go do things. What gives? You in a rush to get home or something? Not really? Then come with us for a while. Where? You'll know when you see. 30 minutes later. We're back at the park. Hey, this place seems really familiar. It was called, Crayfish Park. That's an odd name for a park. That's right. Crayfish. It's more like a garden than a park. Are there really crayfish here? I'm sure you don't remember. The three of us came here pretty often as a kid to play. There were swarms of crayfish here for a while, so we nicknamed it Crayfish Park ourselves. I remember that. Thinking back, they were probably released by someone living nearby. You're probably right. We fished them up like crazy. Yeah, then our parents got mad and told us to return them. I think they were just scared. You can say that again. So, something like that happened. Do you remember? You probably don't. Huh. Anyway, I wanted to help her reclaim memories like that, so why don't we do some of the things we did back then? For example, there's a newspaper there. That'll work. We just have to roll it up. Is this the rock, paper, scissors game where the winner hits the loser? Yep, nostalgic, right? Are we seriously going to play rock, paper, scissors at our age? I don't really care, but still. Let's go to the area over there. Is it really the time to be doing this? Why are they both so calm? Ow. You just wanted to hit me as hard as you could, didn't you? It's no fun if you don't do it seriously. Don't act like we're just kids. That really hurt. I was trying to make it hurt, idiot. Oh, I see. So that's how it is. Yep, that's how it is. Alright then, I'm not going to hold back either. Bring it on. Hello? Why are you guys getting so worked up? Rock, paper, scissors. Now, that's payback. They're not going to hit you like that if you lose, are they? I hope they aren't that immature. Rock, paper, scissors. Ouch. That's good, he went easy on you. Rock, paper, scissors. Oh crap, you lost again, and Shin won. Ouch. Wow, you're merciless. I did hold back a bit. Didn't feel like it. Honestly, I just want to hit you, Toma. Right back at you. Rock, paper, scissors. Why do we keep playing rock, paper, scissors? That hurt. Quit complaining. Damn it. You really make me mad. That's my line. I won't forgive you for this. I won't forgive you either. I actually seriously don't like you. We agree on that at least. Guys, isn't this turning into a fight? I'll go buy some drinks. Alright. Uh-oh. Damn, I didn't bring any money. Toma, lend me your wallet. Sure. But seriously though, Shin really wasn't holding back when he hit me earlier. Even a rolled up newspaper really hurts when you put all your strength into it. He hit you pretty hard too, right? Are you okay? Sheesh, your hand's all red. Does he really think he's still in elementary school or something? I know, right? At least Toma held back when he did it. Shin, is that really how you should be treating your girlfriend? But I never thought the three of us would be spending time like this again. This last month, I know it caused you a lot of suffering, but to be honest, I was a little bit happy. The three of us got to talk like it was old times again, and I feel like I was back to being your older brother. This whole month has been really nostalgic. I wish the three of us can continue to spend time together like this. 10 minutes later. Shin's pretty late. There's a vending machine right over there. I'll give him a call. Hey, Shin, where on earth did you go? The supermarket? Why not just use the vending machine? What? All it had was bitter coffee and tea? You're still that picky? Whatever, just get back over here. The drink doesn't matter that much. Next to you, Toma, all I managed to find was orange soda. Yeah, so sorry about that. So, what did you get for us? Black and green tea. Take whichever one you want. Are you trying to give me a hard time? You already know that I prefer coffee. Oh, really? We haven't hung out in a while, so I forgot. More importantly, Toma, thanks for lending me your wallet. I'll pay you back tomorrow. Don't worry about it. Shin doesn't seem happy. Is he still that displeased about the orange soda? He's not that childish, is he? And that means that wherever he went off to do, he didn't have time to finish because he got called back, right? Good morning. You haven't woken up in your place in a while. Your apartment really is great. It's really relaxing. Although this really isn't the time to be relaxing, I wonder what could happen. Someone's here. Is it Shin?
Hi.
Morning. Could you come with me? Wow, making demands with zero explanation like always.
We're
going to Toma's place, not his apartment. We're going to his parents' house. Oh, he's actually explaining it. It would be suspicious if I went alone, so we'll say all three of us are going to hang out. Just follow along.
い。
I'll be right there. Wait, this is Toma's house? It's really close. It's only like 2 buildings away from Shin's place. Your parents' house was only 3 buildings away too. No wonder you all became friends.
はい、どちら
Hello, who is it? It's Shin, it's nice to see you. Wait, Shin? Could this girl be Rose? This really takes me back. I see you're still getting along with Toma. Did you come for a visit? Toma was just here a minute ago, but he took the car somewhere. Huh? He was here today? Wait, really? Then I guess we just missed him. I see. All 3 of us were supposed to go driving somewhere today. Wow, what a lie. Oh, he was going with you? He could have at least told me about this. He's probably embarrassed to talk about hanging out with childhood friends. I'm sure you could tease him when he gets back. I'll do just that. You two take care. Thank you. We'll get going.
え、どうするの？
Why would he lie like that? He'll be found out as soon as Toma gets home. Why do you look so worried? Don't worry. As soon as Toma hears about this, he'll just make something up to go along, I think.
多分なのかい。
So you're not sure. Anyway, the only thing I wanted to do was check whether or not he borrowed the car, so it's fine if they have doubts. So he did come to borrow it. Confirms my suspicion.
的ってやっぱりあの件？
By confirming, does
ないよね。
he mean what we just heard? Is that really
どう
all?
して車を借りて
How
くる
come Toma borrowing a car confirmed anything? Where did Toma go? Where would you like to go? I'll go with you wherever you want to go today. I won't complain. I think I'm going to end up making you feel really awful tomorrow. I just want to make it up for now. You should have fun today at least. Where do you want to go? At this point, I don't care if you fail your exams. Don't really want to go to a cafe, so I guess let's see a movie so you can't talk to me. I don't mind, but isn't that a little normal? Is that really okay? Normal, huh? I guess you were always going to movies together before. Let's just head to the station. If we have time, we can browse through some cafes. You have absolutely no idea what we used to watch together before, do you? I'll just say this, I can't handle blood or violence. I don't want to see people die. What you're trying to solve a real life attempted murder and you're saying that? I wonder if it's just that he suffers so much from your accident because of all the blood and it's hard for him to handle it. I wonder why so many movies and games lately are about people dying. What's so fun about seeing people covered in blood? All the movies this summer looked really grotesque. What could we possibly watch? Maybe something with special effects, no?
女の子とのデートで見るもん。
Yeah, how about just a romantic movie? And what if I let you decide? You'll just choose some romantic movie. It'd be better than the gory stuff, but it's kind of tough to sit through. Then shut up and just... You don't get to choose anymore. Don't you feel kind of awkward too, sitting next to me during kissing scenes and stuff? Or maybe you're trying to hint that you want me to do that to you. In that case, I'll watch it for good reference. I really doubt that though. Don't worry, I'll endure everything to my utter limit today. Choose whatever you want.
Ah, なんだかんだしてるうちに日が傾いてきちゃった。
Doing all these things today sure did make the time fly by. Is the day almost over? Hey, why don't you spend the night? I refuse. I don't have any ulterior motives. No, Rose, don't let him fool you. What's with that look? Well, I already know. I'm the one who cast doubt on himself. it's not like that tonight. I start to get really anxious when I'm alone. Anyway, I intend to meet up with him tomorrow and we'll talk about everything. To be perfectly honest, I have no idea how he'll respond to all of this. I've done what I can to solidify the case against him, but that's not a defense. I just wanted to lay a strong foundation so he couldn't talk his way out of it. On the off chance he's prepared to use force, I don't know what could happen. I doubt it'd be on the level of just a punch. There was the incident at the lodge. After all, there's a good chance it was just an accident, but we can't be certain. If he really tried to eliminate Sawa because she interfered with him destroying evidence, then he probably is prepared to go all the way. If I decide to expose the truth, he would probably resist. I just hope his resistance doesn't cross over the line into physical confrontation, but if so, is he saying Toma might try to silence Shin? But Ken and Yuko have the evidence that was found at the lodge too. There wouldn't be a point to just silencing Shin, right? He hasn't given up yet. And that's why he took the car today, to go and destroy the evidence. But I think the truth has to come out. This is for your sake and also for his sake. That's why I'm gonna expose everything. I need to put my emotions aside regardless of how you or he react to facing the truth. I need to find that determination. That's why I want you nearby tonight. I'll tell my mom about you staying over and I'll sleep on the couch. I swear I won't do anything to you. I just want to know that you're my ally in this. Please stay here tonight. You better not do anything. Yes, I promise. Thank you. I guess you can't help it tonight. He's going this far to explain, and it sounds like he's really serious about this. And besides, on the off chance he does do something, you can give him a swift kick and ask Toma to defend your honor. More importantly, you might need some determination for tomorrow too. Can you remember that memory? Are you afraid to remember it, or do you want to remember? Alright then, yeah, after work. You know the crossing after you leave the cafe and turn the corner under the highway? Yeah, there. Let's meet there. Oh, hold on a sec. Are you up? I'm gonna leave the room, so just wait a sec before you start changing. Sorry, it's nothing. Anyway, is that okay with you? Alright, see you after work. Good morning. Seems like Shin was setting up some sort of meeting. I guess we're going to settle this after work. Were you listening? Today after work, head over with someone to the crossing by the cafe. He knows the place I'm talking about. I doubt anything will happen, but be careful just in case. Anyway, I'll go outside, so get dressed. Yeah, I guess I can't blame him. But it seems really harsh to have to say something like, be careful, with Toma. I'm sure Shin is the one suffering most right now out of everyone. Watch as it's not Toma. Hey, good morning. Did you happen to stay over at Shin's last night? I thought I heard your voice over the phone this morning. I dropped by your place on the way here, but nobody was home, so was I right? Even without your memories, you still choose Shin. What does that even mean? We weren't planning on hanging out with Toma at all yesterday, but we also weren't planning on hanging out with Shin. Just not say anything, I guess. Let's get to work. Work's all done. You have to go to the meeting place. We should go, Rose. Shin asked me to walk you over. You know, you were waiting for me the other day too. What happened with prep school? You're lying about classes. You're lying about class being cancelled, right? I can make up for all the exam studying later. Right now, I can't concentrate because I want to settle this. It'll be really funny if you fail your exams because of this. It'd be hilarious. I'm not going to give you anything to laugh about, so let's settle this. Alright, where should we begin? Rose, come over here. On that day, you were the one who heard her when she was collapsed at the bottom of the cliff, right? Let me ask you one thing. Why do you think that? Process of elimination, among other things. The first thing that bothered me was what you said when she was discharged from the hospital. Wait, Shin, she just got out of the hospital yesterday. Why'd you bring her all the way over here? Rose, you look kind of pale. Is your head hurting? You asked, is your head hurting? Remember that? I don't remember. Did I? What would be so strange about that? It's true she hit her head, but at first glance, the wounds on her neck were the worst. She was bleeding pretty bad, and they even said at the hospital that those wounds could have been fatal. The people at the scene saw that too. After she was discharged, everyone noticed the band-aids around her neck first. So why would you suddenly be so concerned about her head, Toma? Because I heard her neck wasn't feeling as painful, I figured a blunt hit would cause more lasting pain. Okay, I see. Then let's leave it at that. Also, about her memories. She never said a word about regaining consciousness at the bottom of the cliff before losing her memories. She probably realized I couldn't have gone to find her knowing what happened, so she dismissed the memory as nothing. Yet, it was among the first things she remembered after losing her memories, and lost all the preconceptions she had. And she spoke about it directly and openly, that I had gone and found her. But I didn't go. That makes someone she could have mistaken as me went and found her. She just mistook that person as me. Well, let me ask you this. Is there really no possibility at all that you went and found her yourself? None. It's impossible. If I had gone and done something to her, I'd have more blood on my clothes. That blood pattern, there was blood all over the place. It's not like she merely been pushed. That person probably tried to pick her up while she was covered in blood and tried to carry her on their back. They probably put their hands on the wounds on her neck to stop the bleeding. That's the most likely reaction. But if they did all of that, it wouldn't have just been their hands that got bloody. They could wash their hands but not their clothes. And what could happen if they showed up back at the lodge looking like that? It would have been painfully obvious that they had touched her. But I don't fit that bill either. Everyone knows I didn't find her and I came back to the lodge. But by the time you returned, she had been brought back already and everyone was in a complete panic. If you immediately rushed over to her and held her right away, your clothes would be bloodied instantly. Nobody would notice or care what you looked like a second before. I see. At the very least, we know it wasn't you, but it still doesn't mean it was me. The shoe prints. If They're taken to the police. They can do a comparison. I doubt it. The person in question probably already disposed those shoes. It's very suspicious of you to say. You do know that I took pictures of them before they were thrown away, right? I guess there's no guarantee that it would serve as significant proof. And there's one more thing. There are 2 reasons we went back to the lodge. The first was to help bring back her memories. The second was to see the culprit go and search for evidence. If brought back to the scene of the crime, I figured they would go around and check if any evidence remained. But the people who found evidence were me and Sawa. You don't know who was in charge of that search. I do know. I had Sawa record your conversation the whole time. Wow, so you'd actually go that far. Sawa helped us a lot. The reason Sawa argued with you when you tried to go dispose of evidence that night was because I had her keep watching. If I was awake in the room with you, you wouldn't be too cautious to try and leave. That's why I asked her. I asked her to wait for a while, and if anyone tried to leave their room, to call out to them. I see. That's why Sawa was up so late in the same clothes you wore earlier that day. I never thought something like that would happen, though. I feel terrible for asking her. Hey, was that really an accident? Are you sure you didn't shove Sawa down the stairs? I'm out of water again. Toma. It was an accident. Was it really Toma? So he was found trying to dispose of the evidence by Sawa? I was just worried about you, and I didn't pay any attention to Sawa's room. I saw that you finally fallen asleep, but the moment I left the room, she called out to me. I panicked and ended up elbowing her. I didn't think I even hit her that hard, though. Sawa was probably startled. She lost her footing and fell down the stairs. I was honestly shocked when it happened. I didn't intend for that to happen at all. I think so too. Even though you hurt her, you panicked and left evidence everywhere. Now that I think about it, I doubt you'd even be so cold-blooded to try and cover that up. I wanted to come forward and apologize, but I didn't want her to know what I was trying to do. Now I can finally apologize to Sawa. Thanks for figuring out it was me, Shin. And what about when you hurt Rose? Why'd you do it? That was an accident too. I tried to pick her up, but my hand slipped. If that's a lie. I'm serious. The reason I didn't admit it was because I lost my chance. By the time I made up my mind to admit everything and return to the lodge, it was already declared an accident. When she regained consciousness in the ambulance, she looked at me and smiled and said thank you. I couldn't say anything. If I brought it up again and came forward, it would just hurt her. I made up my mind to carry the burden of this crime to my grave. Of course, when the suspect was casted on Yushin, I thought about coming forward many times, but I firmly believe that the suspicion would be cleared. You were completely innocent after all. Just so you know, if you did happen to be arrested and charged for it, I would have talked right away. I don't doubt that. While I was held for questioning, you came to protest to the police many times. You even helped my mom write up a petition. I know better than anyone that you never intended to have me pay for your crime. All you wanted was for this to pass off as an accident. You didn't want anyone to be blamed. But that's wrong. Even if it was just for a moment, you had malicious intent. You can't just pretend that didn't happen. I can. Shin, you might have evidence of the crime, but not of the motive. I'm always going to say it was an accident. I'm sorry for trying to hide it, but I didn't hurt her out of malicious. There's no reason at all why I would want to hurt her. There is. Rose, remember what happened back then? What did you say? What happened because of it? Think back. Do you really intend to just turn a blind eye to something you didn't want to see? Is that really okay? You won't be able to move on. Your relationship right now is so important. You can't destroy that. Remember. Shin, back then, what I saw was... Rose, there you are. Are you okay? Can you stand up? Shin, you came for me. No.
やっぱり思い出せないんだね。
So you really can't remember anything. It's no good. Damn it, why? You asked before if our current relationship was that important, right? It is important. To me, it's more important than anything else. That's why there's no way I would hurt her. You're a liar. You too. I'm not going to fight anymore. We'll just leave this as an accident. No further arguments, okay? Is this the end of it, without the truth of what really happened? Shin, I probably won't be seeing you much anymore. Just go wherever you want, you damn idiot. Why can't you remember any of this? Are you the same as Toma? Just looking the other way, pretending nothing happened? That's what you truly wanted all along. I guess that means what I did was unnecessary. I dug up something that you had put in the past for a reason, and I damaged your relationship with Toma. This isn't what I wanted to accomplish by doing all of that. I wonder what happened to Toma. If it was just an accident, he probably won't pay for any crime. But I'm almost certain that calling it an accident is a lie. Don't you think so too? But in the end, you weren't able to reclaim that memory. Just like Shin said, you subconsciously probably don't want to know what Toma's true feelings are. Anyway, don't worry too much about it. It might take some time, but your other memories will come back gradually. Once school starts up again, you'll have a lot more to help your memories along. Just relax and take your time. I'll still be around for a while. 3 weeks later. I heard that Toma was released. Huh? Oh, yeah. I figured you probably already know. You're still in contact with him after all. Once in a while, we work at the same place too. Sure, once in a while. I'm serious. More importantly, let's continue in studying. We don't have much time left. Shin? Some of your memories still haven't returned, right? Yeah. But I've remembered enough to get by in life without issues. But still, don't you think the reason you can't remember everything is because of something related to Toma? I don't know. I've thought about it, and I think maybe we should break up. Thank you. What? Why? It's not like I'm in love with Toma now, you know? Yeah, but I don't love Shin either. I know, but you also don't love me the way you did before either, right? Could you really say that you don't have any hesitation in comparing Toma with me? I was actually really worried that you wouldn't choose me after you met us again without any of your old memories. He and I were on equal grounds then. Just because we were going out before doesn't mean I can restrain you like this now. It's not really fair to you or anyone. I'm sure you already know that Toma has feelings for you. Just putting this out there, this doesn't mean I'm giving up. I'm saying we should break up so I can win you over again. I doubt you'll win me over. You're just a terrible person. I don't feel right binding you down like this just because you feel guilty or something. I just want to be fair. I'm sure you feel better with that too, but know that Toma and I won't hold back. It's not a problem to me. I'll definitely make you fall in love with me again. You have that much confidence? Not really. But I won't let anyone else have you. I'll definitely make you mine. So just you wait and brace yourself. I'm already starting to feel like I've been won over. Hey, don't get so ahead of yourself. Don't blame me if you start to regret it later on. Okay then, I'll wait. Come and get me. Yeah, you got it. But don't accept me until you can say you have no trace of regret about us. Okay. Thanks. I love you. I told you not to get ahead of yourself, idiot. Yay, we're done with Shin's story. There we go. That was way too long, but it's over. We can move on to someone else's story now. I don't know who we'll do. We'll see. Probably Toma next. Or maybe Iki. Iki is a weird storyline too. Probably his, just get it over with. But we will see. But I will see you all next time. Bye.